And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live on this Monday, final Monday of the month. Can you believe that? Well, you should because it is. Tomorrow, Halloween, and Wednesday will be November the 1st. So welcome. Good morning to you. Thanks for being with us. We are here live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on this very pleasant, I guess, for a lack of a better term, because we've got some changes coming, obviously. We do have some rainy and colder weather coming in here. Everybody says, oh, gosh, it's going to get cold. It's November. Well, it will be. Final 2 days of October. It's kind of time to get it that way, unfortunately. I mean, I wish it'd stay like it is, but it's not. So anyway, good morning to you. We are here. We are loaded. We're going to be joined by, we're going to be joined by David Nanning, Elizabethton Parks and Rec, Leslie Broccoli from Sycamore Shoals, also Andrew Lewis from Northeast Community Credit Union, also Sheriff Mike Fraley coming in here from Carter County Sheriff's Department, and also David Collins joining us. We got all kinds of things to talk about. We got, of course, the World Series Game 3 tonight, fought against Scherzer. We'll take a look at that. We got the numbers for Evan Carter. What is he doing in postseason? The guy's knocking the cover off the ball, and we'll tell you all about that. In fact, he leads. It's an interesting stat. He leads. I'll just save it for you. He leads an interesting stat offensively in the World Series. In fact, in all postseason play since we started the playoffs. Evan Carter's got a statistical lead of everybody playing. 21 years old. Only other person 21 that's ever started in a World Series game in the 3 spot, batting third, was Mickey Mantle. Wow. That is still hard for me to believe. I love it. Not hard to believe he could do that. It's hard to believe that little old guy from Elizabethton, 21 years old, sat right here more times than not. Now he's in the World Series on the center stage. And so, good stuff. So, anyway, good morning to you. We're also going to be joined by David Collins from Collins & Company. We'll take our first break with the national anthem and the verse today, and we'll take a look at high school football playoffs. We're ready to go. Friday night, the Carter Hornets are coming to town. For the third straight year, we'll play Knox Carter. We've beaten them 47-14, 49-7 the last 2 years. Means nothing. They come in 6-4. We, of course, are 8-1, the Cyclones, and so we'll run down all of them. There is a team out here. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, in my opinion. How do you fix it? I don't know. You got a team in the playoffs that is 0-10. Now, what in the name of the good Lord would be any reason to put a team in at 0-10 to fill out the bracket? No. Just give them a bye. Whoever got to play, we'll look at it. Which was it, 2A? I think it's 2A. There's a 1-9 team. I mean, what? I know as I looked at it, I couldn't believe it. It's in here. I'll find it during the national anthem. There it is, 0-10. Yep, 2A football playoffs. Martin Luther King Prep. And they're playing Mitchell, who's 9-1, and they're 0-10. Now, what are the chances? I know you don't play it on paper, you play it on the field, but you're 0-10, and the team you're playing is 9-1. Now, what is the logic to put a team in the playoffs that haven't won a game? For that matter, why even have the playoffs if you're going to do it that way? And I'm sure it's to fill out the bracket, but, well, you can't deny the kids a chance to play. They're 0-10. So, anyway, my opinion, I don't know how you fix it. It sees me sit here and fire shots at the TSSAA as to how you should do it, but to let a team in the playoffs that are 0-10 makes no sense to me whatsoever. But, they didn't ask me. I'm sitting up here at East Tennessee, and they're yonder down in Murfreesboro. We've got Gabe Short front and center with the national anthem on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And
oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet waved o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And the verse of the day on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, we always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross, and today, of course, no different. And in no day should be any different, and it's not, and it won't be. So here it is, Psalms 86:7. In the day of my trouble, I will call to you, for you will answer me. How about that? You can go to him. 86:7, in the day of my trouble, I will call to you, for you will answer me. That's the verse of the day. Cyclones play Knox Carter coming up on Friday night, airtime 6:25, kickoff at 7 o'clock. Third straight year we played the Hornets. We've beaten them 47-14 and 49-7, which means absolutely nothing, of course. It just sounds good because they're coming up here with every intention of knocking off and eliminating the Cyclones. Same with Elizabethton. So we'll go in there at 6:25. It'll be with the Cyclone Network. Incredible, incredible broadcast Friday night. Not my part of it. Coach Eddie Pless, smoking good. Did a phenomenal job. And our three camera ladies, Lily, Dana, and Sarah, along with Daniel Prophet. You need to go back and watch it. Not because I'm there. I'm not tooting my horn. You need to go back and watch the production. It was as good as anything out there on Saturday, because I sat and watched some of the games on Saturday off and on the phone during the band competition, which was really cool. We'll talk about that in a moment. What an honor. Got to do the band competition, the Elizabethton Classic. What a cool event. Anyway, the three-camera network Friday night captured senior night, captured the band, captured all these different angles on the football field, and we're going to do it again this Friday night. And so hopefully we'll get back up here, because the rest of the time since we lost, we're going to be on the road. And so I don't know if I have to look. Well, I got the bracket right here. Is there ever a chance we can get back home? Yeah. If we win, if we get to the semifinals. Yep. Get to the semifinals on November the 24th. That would be Black Friday, isn't it? If we get to the semifinals, we'll be back at home. So, yep, it's Black Friday. So we'll see. That's a long way down the road. So, thank you, Patrick Redwine. You're very kind. Yep. These are kids doing this. And quite frankly, I'll get on my soapbox here for a second. Then we'll run down the football playoffs. But quite frankly, it's the maybe second or third game we've ever done, ever, to get behind a camera and run a big $5,000 or $6,000 camera. Got one on top of the roof. Had one down on the scoreboard end zone, down on that end of the field, and across the field. They were shooting shots back across, showing you the crowd shots. Incredible. Kudos to Lily, Sarah, and Dana, and Mr. Prophet. Just very, very, very cool. I'm just honored to be a part of it. Coach Eddie Pless is top shelf. I remember President Reagan, the late President Ronald Reagan, said, I'm not very smart. I'm smart enough to surround myself with good people. That's where I'm at. I ain't any great shakes, but when you put an Eddie Pless beside me, or a Richard Van Huss out on the road, or a Ryan Presnell last year beside me calling the ball games, hello, that's a trained orangutan could do what I did and what I do, because these guys and girls, in this case, the camera ladies, are top shelf. Just really, really, really good. And I've got nothing but comments all weekend long everywhere I went. Man, that was a phenomenal broadcast with the cameras. Yep, these are kids doing it. They're very, very good. All right, let's run down real quick. The Queen is in the house. That would be you. Hello, Miss Lewis. How are you? I could be his dog cussing her. She's not paying any attention, which I would never do that, but she's on her phone working, so she'll be with us here in a second. All right, 4A playoffs. Let's start with there. You have 4 undefeated teams in 4A football. Upperman 10-0, Pearl Con. It's Con or Cone, to pronounce both ways. C-O-H-N. I'm going to go with Con. Cone would be C-O-N-E in my West Virginia ciphering. Upperman 10-0, Pearl Cone. I just said it. Pearl Con 10-0, Hardin County 10-0, and Greenville 8-0. So, by the way, Greenville made the plays to win the ball game. So, You got to give them props. It came down to the kicking game. Told you it would, and it did. And it came down to special teams and big plays, and it did. So congratulations to all the teams that won Friday night, moving into the playoffs. So you look at 4A football. There's Fulton 2-8, Kirby 3-7. I don't get it. I don't understand it, but I guess they don't have enough teams to fill the brackets. Greenville will host Knox Fulton Friday night. Northview Academy from Region 1 will go to Gibbs. Cyclones hosting Knox Carter 6-4. Cyclones 8-1, and Sullivan East 6-4 will travel to Anderson County 6-4. Now, by losing the game Friday night, as we told you how big it was, we now have to travel. After Friday night, we'll be on the road. What I tell you, for the next two games? Yeah, next two games. The only shot the Cyclones will have, which is a legitimate shot, to come back on Black Friday and be at home for the state semifinals. We do get a chance to play that for state championships on the 2nd at Finley Stadium in Chattanooga. In single A football, you have Cloudland hosting Greenback Friday night. North Green will be traveling to Oliver Springs. Jellicoe hosting Rockwood, and Unaka at 2-8 go to Coalfield at 9-1. South Pittsburgh, Moore County, and Dresden are undefeated in 1A football, and so that's what's going on with our local teams there. Now in 2A, I'm on my soapbox. Here we go. It's unbelievable. Martin Luther King Prep, excuse me, they are 0-10, and they're in the playoffs. I know they're going to say you got to fill out the bracket. It's regional, whatever they're going to say. They being the TSSAA. I just don't get it. And they're playing Mitchell, who's 9-1. So you got an 0-10 team in the playoffs. They're playing a team that's 9-1. Undefeated in 2A football. York Institute 10-0, Marion County 10-0, Loretto 10-0. Our local teams, the Hampton Bulldogs, home Friday night. We'll talk to Robbie Fritz later on this week. They have Polk County, who's 4-6. South Green will travel to Bledsoe County. Both teams 8-2. Happy Valley, the Warriors at home. They'll host a 7-3 Oneida team. The Warriors are 7-3. And we're going to talk to Jason Jarrett this week. And then York Institute will be hosting Eagleton at 4-6 in 2A football. All right, let's go to 3A. See what's going on there. You have how many undefeated teams? Meigs County and Dyersburg, both 10-0. Here's Maplewood at 1-9 in the playoffs. Are you kidding me? 1-9. How do you get? Well, Tom, don't bust a gasket, buddy. Just let it roll. They're going to play it. They didn't ask you what you thought. Just read it. That's what my father would say. Just read it. Put your big boy pants on. Just read it and keep trucking. They didn't ask you. It makes no sense to me. 1-9. All right, Gatlinburg Pittman 9-1 hosting Union County. Johnson County, the Longhorns traveling to Kingston. Johnson County 6-4. Kingston at 7-3. Unicoi County at 7-3, hosting Austin East at 3-7 there again. And then you have Chucky Doak 6-4 against Alcoa 8-1. Chucky Doak's got their hands full going to Alcoa 8-1. That's in 3A. We have a team 0-10 in the playoffs. Unbelievable. Maybe David Nanny can explain it to me. I don't get it. He's going to be on there in just a few minutes. Sevier County 9-1 in 5A football, hosting Knox Central 5-5. Tennessee High, the Vikings at 7-3, travel to Powell, who's 7-3. Morristown West at 5-5, good football team, in my opinion. They'll host Knox Halls 8-2. The Trojans are 5-5. Daniel Boone at 3-6, going to Knox West, who's 9-1. That's your 5A playoffs. Let's see, you have one undefeated team in 5A football would be Southwind. Not sure where that's at, but they're 10-0. Then in 6A football, you have 4 undefeateds: Bradley Central, Brentwood, Clarksville, and Germantown, all 10-0. Our local teams would be Jefferson County, 9-1, hosting Cleveland 6-4. Dobbins Bennett 5-4, traveling to Bearden 7-3. Science Hill 7-3. Here we go again, hosting the Maryville Rebels at 6-4. And Westridge will travel to Bradley Central, one of those undefeated teams. Westridge 5-4, and Bradley Central at 10-0. So there's your playoffs as we have them for 2023 opening round of the playoffs. You have 1-9s, you have 2-8s, you got an 0-10. I'm gonna chirp on that all week long. I just don't get it. Andrew Lewis in the house. He joins us next. David Nanny's on the warm-up on the on-deck circle. Sheriff Fraley's here. Did your Dolphins do good? I didn't think. Oh, stupid me. What shirts he got on? He got the Dolphins shirt on. So You have you have your Raiders shirt on, Tom? No, I washed the car with it the other day because they ain't no good. So, no, Raiders. They're on Monday Night Football now. You going to watch it? And if I can find a TV somewhere, I probably will. But otherwise, nah. So, Nanny's wearing his Dolphin shirt. What do you have? You got your Northeast Community shirt on. There you go. Northeast Community Credit Union. She joins us next on the Tom Taylor Sports.
This is Pastor Mark Fowler, and we want to invite you to be with us at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church sometime soon. And we're thankful for what God is doing, and we've had visitors almost every week. We have so many people that God is using His Word to accomplish a work in their life. And we want you to come. I think about our society today, and there's a lot of talk about the negative aspects and generations and what's missing and what we're going to do and how do we face this social issue and how do we face that social issue, and that is always the buzz, and if we're not careful we talk like God doesn't have an answer. 2 Timothy chapter 3 we looked at the other night together in our church, and it reminds us that yes, in the last days there's going to be some difficult things come, dangerous times, but the antidote is always God's Word. And so what we're trying to do is to provide Bible answers for today's tough questions. And we're building Believers by the Book. So we want your family to come. We're thankful to have a Sunday school hour and a junior church and master clubs and a youth group and all those things going on. But what we're trying to accomplish is to get the Word of God into the hearts and minds of God's people.
Insurance. How can you help us with auto insurance?
Well, one of the things Horace Mann was started for, Tom, back in 1945 was to provide auto insurance for educators. They came up with the idea that if we could put a group of school teachers together in one company, their cars would sit in a parking lot for 10, 12 hours a day. Friday and Saturday nights, they're home grading papers. They're all college educated. They have a tendency to be better drivers because they set an example for their students. And knowing all those things, we'd probably have less claims. And so we're able to offer better insurance rates because of that.
And so, if you're a teacher, an educator, you want to come here and get a quote because of that, your quotes and your rates are typically better than other folks, right?
That's right. And we also do a couple other things for educators. If they were to get into an accident while they're on school business, we don't have a deductible on that, Tom. They won't have to pay a deductible. If somebody vandalizes their car while it's on school property, they don't pay a deductible for that. If they get into an accident on school property, we waive the deductible. If they get into an accident with another Horace Mann agent or a Horace Mann client, they're going to not have to pay a deductible also.
It's good stuff. So if you need more information, go to social media or give him a call. How can we get a hold of you and find out more?
Yeah, you can just call me here at the office at 543-0059 or go to horacemann.com on the internet, and you'll be able to find our office here.
There you go. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, the good folks right here at Rick Walters Horace Mann Insurance. Readers are winners. Hi, this is Tom Taylor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. I'm a huge proponent on the importance of reading. I firmly believe it's the key to being successful, being the best reader you can be. And so in partnership with Elizabethton City Schools and the Betsy Book Bus, it's the Readers Are Winners Reading Challenge. At the end of this 9 weeks, the top 50 readers based on minutes read from each of the 3 elementary schools, East Side, Harold McCormick, West Side, will get and win Tom Taylor Sports Show Readers Are Winners t-shirts, plus be featured on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Reading is so important. In fact, Walt Disney said, it is books that are the key to the wide world. If you can't do anything else, read all that you can. Albert Einstein said if you're going to get anywhere in life, you have to read a lot of books. And Margaret Fuller simply said, today a reader, tomorrow a leader. It's the Readers Are Winners Book Challenge on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Elizabethton City Schools, and the Betsy Book Bus. Here's some folks who also believe in the importance of reading. There. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. She's here. She's ready. Have a good weekend?
I did.
Good.
Did you?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Got a chance to MC the band competition Saturday. Cool. Very, very cool. So the Carter County Cup went to Happy Valley. Let's see here. I got it right here. It was a really cool event. I'm honored to be a part of that. Yeah, Carter County, high score. Unaka didn't have a entry this year. I hope to have it back next year. You had Cloudland, you had Happy Valley and Hampton. And the number one scored school in Carter County was Happy Valley. The grand champion was Tennessee High. So really
wow.
cool. Yeah. Now, big thank you. Friday night we had 16 states and that said they were watching the show or watching the game. And then Bermuda, had someone in Bermuda. They said we're watching in Bermuda. So that was pretty cool. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We have big news. Readers are winners. We have a corporate sponsor. Bingo on the shirts. Very excited. It is.
Northeast Community Credit Union.
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it. Love it. Love it.
We're
Very
super excited.
Absolutely. Very excited. So they're going to be on all the shirts. So you're going to have, well, I don't know, what I'll say, 150 T-shirts flying around out there with a billboard on the back of Northeast Community Credit Union. So, and you guys encourage kids to come in and with parents' help. Of course, you got to be what?
You can be about, let's say, 13 to 17 to have just a savings by yourself.
Yeah.
And if you're not
If you're under
under that age, if you're 18 and older, you can, of course, have an account by yourself. But we offer financial literacy for all ages. So I'll go to high schools or elementaries. I'm all over doing financial education. So it's at no cost. And we can touch on accounts, credit score, loans, CDs, all kinds of things.
Yep. So it's a really cool thing because if you're under the age of, so if I got a kid 8 years old, under 13, as a parent, I come in and open an account for them, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. They can have an account, like we have a baby account that we actually give money to open it.
Love it.
So I think it's got to be within like 12 months of birth, and we give you the share amount, which is only $5 to open that savings, and then you can have that, grow the account, put deposits in there. You can also open a nest egg CD, which is an awesome feature. Depending on the rate and all of that, we've got several CD options, but nest egg is usually pretty popular for our younger generation. So
There's no notes. This lady's doing up here. Product knowledge, marketing lady gets it done. So if you have a child that's under the age of 13, be a great time to start a savings account with a little person. Teach them how to be financially solvent, financially smart, and put money in. If you give them an allowance, we're supposed to give 10% anyways, what the book says. So supposed to tie 10%, so put 10% back for the little person, and that'd be a good way to get that started. So it's available at all the locations. Oakland Avenue, Johnson City, 19E. Of course, the main one right here behind the high school, Jason Witten Way. And then the fourth one is up on
in Roe Mountain on 19E.
Roe Mountain and 19E.
Yeah.
So you work at all four of them. You've been at all four of them, don't you?
I've been all four of them.
Yeah.
I do not work at all four.
But she
I
floats.
probably need more than, I need four more of me. That would be great. But so it's
I get it.
let me know where you need me and I'll be there.
Yes.
Seriously. I mean, I've been to Cloudland High School, been to Cloudland Elementary. I've been to Happy Valley High School. We've been to all the schools delivering candy, and it's just, we're always in the schools. We love it. That's financial literacy. What better way to show our support than readers are winners?
Exactly. So they are our future, folks, and you know that. So now the tour of schools starts next week. If you're out there going, what's the tour of schools? We go for the third or fourth year. We go in the fall, we go in the spring. Sponsored by Northeast Community Credit Union. We go to each school for an hour. They set it up inside the school, the teacher, the principal, whoever the contact person is, and they showcase the cool things going on, in this case, the fall semester at Westside Elementary, Eastside Elementary, Harold McCormick Elementary, T.A. Duggar Middle School, and Elizabethton High School. We go to each school eat 5 straight days. We do an hour there each day, and we pound it in with a lot of kids doing a lot of good things. And she's there to be her ray of sunshine, and so it's all good. We love it. The tour of schools will be next week. So
Next week,
Yep.
Monday,
yep, starting Monday.
9 to 10
9
every
to
day.
10 every day. Can't wait. So another way that the credit union is giving back to the community, getting involved in our young people, because they realize, starting with her and going all the way up to Teresa, that it is our future, or they are our future. So we get it, and that's why we're doing it. You know, here's what got me to do this whole thing. We always hear about the 2% doing crazy stuff, doing nut stuff, bad stuff. The 98% of the people out there every day going to school, going to their job, doing whatever they're doing, just being productive citizens, we gloss them over, never showcase them. So we showcase the kids doing good things. You always hear about the kids in in-school suspension. Okay. Right?
Yep.
But you don't hear about the kid going straight A or the art champion or this or that like
You
we
can
should.
be a rebel and be a straight A too, though, Mr. Tom.
You can?
You can.
Are
I-
you
I'm not promoting it at all.
Are you speaking from experience?
I'm speaking from experience
Yeah.
of I was a goody two shoes.
A
And
goody two-shoes.
I knew if I even thought I'm gonna call your parents. No.
No.
But
Scared
you know,
to
I
death.
could have rebelled a little bit and still made good grades.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Gotta live a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not promoting that at all, by the way.
No. But you were a goody two-shoes. Yeah.
Well, I don't.
To a point.
Yeah.
To a point. All right, we got a couple of birthdays today. Did you ever watch Happy Days?
No,
Have you ever heard of the Fonz?
I have.
Okay.
I
well,
have heard of Fawn.
He's
yeah.
having a birthday today. Real life Henry Winkler is 78. I guarantee you, when I tell you if she likes this group, she's going to like this group. Are you ready? All right. If you're not, I don't know. So I'm going to have problem. We'll have prayer. Are you a fan of the Eagles?
Yes.
There you go. Timothy B. Schmidt, the long-haired guy on the Eagles, birthday today, 78. And then country singer T. Graham Brown. You know of his music?
I'm sorry?
T. Graham Brown?
Nope.
Nope. He's 69 today. So we'll go with 2. She knows the Fonz, and she knows Timothy B. Schmidt from the Eagles. So
I love the Eagles. They're
Oh, yeah.
they're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was playing music during the band competition Saturday. I cranked that little Take It Easy. And I cranked that little Already Gone from the Eagles. People was in the stands, and I heard them. Yeah, Eagles. So,
Timeless.
yeah, you're exactly right. There's my buddy right there, Carrie Taylor. She is awesome. Jules, how do they do that? She always does this. Do I do it? I don't do it right. She'll say, "Rock on, homie."
I think you go like this is like what? Like
That's it,
War
that's it.
Eagles
That's how you
or
do
like
it.
Texas Longhorns?
Tongue Longhorns,
Is it
yeah.
this like
I don't know. But she always says,
acting like I know what I'm talking
put my
about?
fingers on, I guess she'll say, "Rock on, homie." So, hello,
Rock
Jules.
on.
Love you,
Like-
Jules.
Thumb out. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Emily Turner, Betty Perry, Rick Ranson in Pensacola. Rick, what's the weather like in Pensacola? We're fixing to get in a freeze warning tomorrow night up here.
Ah,
Going to be in the 20s Wednesday night and Tuesday night. So, but it's time. Now,
It
are you
is.
going trick-or-treating?
no, I'm going trunk or treating tonight at
trunk-or-treating?
Unaka High School.
Are you really?
Oh yeah, we're excited. That's one of our busiest. You wouldn't believe the amount of trick or treaters up there. That's the most kids I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
I'm
But
not,
we're
su-
gonna have fun.
I'm not sure I've ever asked you this. What do you remember as you can remember, as a young little girl, the very first thing you went out as in a Halloween costume? Do you remember?
This is really funny because I don't love even seeing one. Is a clown.
Clown. You were a clown? Yeah. What if your
I
parents...
remember that.
What if there's pictures out there floating aware of you a clown? Reckon?
There probably
is.
Yeah. I think I was a lion once. I was a lamb,
Yeah.
a witch. Just that day, right?
Gotcha. Just let it go, Tom. Man, just let it go. Move on, brother. Yeah.
So some people might. No, I'm not a witch.
No, I didn't say that.
I don't ride a broom.
I did not say that. I made no reference to that at all. I just said move on, Tom. So, I'm not just new. I'm not going down
Nope.
that trail. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you, it's embarrassing because there is a picture out there somewhere. My first Halloween costume, my mother made me as a snowflake. So
Somebody Google it. Come on.
she cut a hole in a sheet, put it down over me, so it looked like, and she took pipe cleaners, what they're called, little pipe cleaners. Is that right? Little fuzzy little sticks, pipe cleaners.
Yeah.
And she molded it to look like a snowflake and sprayed glitter on it, stuck it down on my head.
Wow.
My brothers laughed at me that for years. Hey, nerd, you want to go out and be a snowflake tonight, this year too, nerd? Oh, yeah, they wore me out, my older brothers. And deservedly so. But I was a snowflake.
I'd like to see that.
I was 17. So.
What?
No, I wasn't. I was like probably first or second grade. I was a snowflake. So it's out there somewhere. It will never, hopefully, ever show up anywhere. So,
Well, you just really spilled the beans there.
yeah. You have no clue the things I've done where I've been.
We got to be able to laugh at ourselves, though.
Oh,
you know
I do.
what?
I absolutely
We
do.
have to.
Think what? Even I looked at it, I thought, what a nerd. So, what a moron. So anyway, but my mother said, "Where you're not going to go out." So I had to do it. So I go get candy. So we used to go out and get them in pillowcases, what we used for bags. That's how much candy
That's a
we come home.
big. That's a big kind of satchel, though. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot more candy.
They put them under the bed at night, and then we catch our brother asleep, go in there and steal his candy. Oh yeah. So good stuff.
That's awesome.
There'll be a war with wiffle ball bats because you stole my candy. We're talking to our buddy Andrea Lewis, Operation Christmas Child Shoebox Drive, ready to roll. Tell us what's going on there, would you please?
Yes, so we have boxes and labels at every location. And so you can come in, grab a box, and then go get your goodies for any age or boy or girl or both and bring it in by November the 13th. And so I'm sure you all have heard about Operations Christmas Child Shoebox Drive.
Right?
Samaritan's Purse, they're right up in Boone, North Carolina. It's a great ministry, and all the children, all the world get to hear about the good news of Jesus and the joy of Christmas and all the fun. So,
Well put. Exactly. It originates over in Boone. It's Samaritan's Purse. You're exactly right. So what's cool now is, used to be when you just send it, you know where it's going. Now they can actually tell you your box is going to go to Ecuador or Russia or Ukraine or wherever it's going. You'll know where it's going to go all over the world, which is kind of cool. So at least you'll kind of feel part ownership that you know where it's going. You can say, oh, okay, kids in Scotland or wherever are going to be getting these boxes. They do go all over the world. All right. Business lending program coming soon. Tell me about that, would you please?
yes, we are rolling that out very soon. If you are a business or any type of business venture, if you have questions about what we can offer you, basically pretty much anything, such as investment, rental property, agriculture, equipment, commercial vehicles, commercial buildings, storefronts, nonprofit, credit lines. And this is going to be great because guess what? We have the best rates. So I'm going to go ahead and take a gamble and say we're gonna have some really good competitive rates for our business loans as well.
Well, that'd be the reason you're doing it. So you
Yeah.
get right in there and compete with the other folks. So the business lending program coming soon, helping businesses even more with Northeast Community Credit Union. I drove by there. I drive by there every day. It's coming up out of the ground. I'm seeing cinder blocks now. I think they poured the concrete pad. So it's slowly taking shape, isn't it?
It is. It's amazing how quick it's coming along and working really hard. So yeah, if you have questions, just call us at 423-547-1200.
You doodled your hair, didn't you?
What's doodle?
You doodled it. Put the, whatever you call it, the curling iron or whatever. It's got a little curl, got a little body
Yeah, I
to
didn't
it.
really brush it out as much today.
Yeah, it's nice for whatever that's worth. We're excited. Northeast Community Credit Union is our sponsor of the Readers Are Winners program. Again, I guess I need to explain it. We did on the promo, but between now and the end of the 9 weeks, the top 50 kids at each of the 3 elementary schools here in Elizabethton, based on minutes read, will get themselves a Tom Taylor t-shirt. Readers Are Winners. You saw the logo in the beginning of the promo. And now Northeast Community Credit Union will be on the back of the shirt. In the second 9 weeks, we'll do ball caps, which is cool.
Yep.
Third 9 weeks, we're going to do water bottles.
Yeah.
And then the last 50 on each one of those. And then the last 9 weeks, the top 10 across the 3 elementary schools. Top 10 total of all 3 schools, minutes read. We'll get a big old Northeast Community Credit Union Tom Taylor backpack full of school supply goodies. So we're doing 150 hats, 150 water bottles, 150 T-shirts, and 10 backpacks. So all thanks to Northeast Community Credit Union. Good job. Well done.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for
Yes.
having me.
Yeah. See you next week.
Yep,
You're here
I'll be here.
with bells on, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Actually, we won't be here.
We won't. Why won't
Will we? Will we be after? Maybe so. Tour of schools.
I'll get to see you twice next week.
Oh wow, yeah.
Tour of schools.
Get ready.
Yeah. Just don't say anything, Tom. Don't say a word, buddy. Just go to the commercial.
Tune in at 9:00 next Monday.
Don't say a
Don't
word,
forget.
Tom.
Yeah.
Just this will be your turn, your time to say thank you, Andrea, for being here, and we'll see you next week.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Back after this, talking to David Nanny. His Dolphins won. He's wearing the Dolphins shirt. We'll get through that and move on right after this time out on the Tom Douglas Sports. Colder weather.
Believe it or not, it's finally time. It seems like summer was here forever, and we're finally getting some cool mornings. I love it.
Mm-hmm. So what do we do? What do we need to do? How can you help us?
We need to come out and make sure that your heat's ready to go. Check refrigerant levels. Make sure you're not running on auxiliary heat. You don't want that first electric bill to be $500-600. So you need to make sure your heat pump's working the way it should be. And gas furnaces, we need to check gas furnaces. Make sure they're burning correctly. Not want to poison you. You don't want to not wake up one morning because your furnace wasn't clean.
Mm-hmm.
Check your filters. Make sure everybody's changes their filters regularly. I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you'll do that for us, right? You'll change them out?
We'll change them if you got them.
Doing the maintenance? Yeah.
Yeah, if you got them. Now we don't carry filters with us, but if you got them, we'll definitely change it for you. Or if you tell us ahead of time, we'll change it. We just we don't carry filters for every house, but
So preventive maintenance is the key to this, right?
yeah, coming out, we recommend, especially if it's an older system, checking it out twice a year. Especially gas furnaces, you need to check out the gas heat and your air conditioner. So that's our big emphasis this time of year is checking gas furnaces, making sure they're burning properly and things like that. So
Phone number to call?
926-2665.
And how do we find you on social media?
We're on Facebook, Advanced Heat Pump, and we've got our website, advancedheatpump.com.
I can give you a recommendation, folks. He fixed mine, he can fix yours. Call this man. Let him help you and his staff. Advanced Heat Pump Systems, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, he is here, and we're glad he's here. Hello, Carl Wilson, touchdown Tom, yep. Baker says the boys are excited about playing on the road. Well, we don't have a choice. It's where we're headed, so that's good. If you got to do it, you got to do it on the road this year, and and it's certainly doable. So what do you think about this team? You didn't believe me, but here it is.
No, I mean, I don't know how.
MLE, Martin Luther King Prep, 0-10, playing Mitchell 9-1. Now, what are the chances an 0-10 team on paper has any chance at all beating a team 9-1? I mean, I guess they do.
No, well,
But if you're 0-10,
I don't think they do. And I don't even know who did you say that? I don't even know anything about Mitchell, but
Yeah.
we can see the record. But still, that's. I think it's absolutely ridiculous to have. I don't understand. Well, I do understand about how it works, and you have to have teams in the tournament, but I don't really. I don't know. I mean, it's money. It has to be.
Yeah.
It's more games, but if you're 0-10,
you've not won a game.
you haven't won a game, and you're in the playoffs, how do you get up for that? I mean, really.
And you look on and they're going, gosh, coach, they're 9-1. Well,
Yeah.
come on, boys, let's go win one for the Gipper.
Yeah. That's
And they
right.
could, I
Yeah,
guess.
well, they got beat once, so maybe
Yeah.
we can. Lightning can strike twice, but that's I don't know.
Maplewood 1-9. Am I throwing off on these schools? No, I just don't get it from the TWSAA standpoint. And I
No.
know you're right; they got to fill in the brackets. But what is the incentive to come out there and play a football season when you're 1-9 and go? We couldn't play dead in a Western movie, but we're going to
Right.
the playoffs.
That's tough all the way around.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
However,
Yeah.
they ain't gonna change it because me and you talking about it.
No, that's
No.
right. That's just how it is.
So boys, suck it up, Buttercup. We're playing football. So there you
Yeah.
go.
That's it.
I'm going to crunch numbers this weekend. I'm going to show you, or tomorrow, by tomorrow's show, I will show you how much money they're going to make off these games. Because
Isn't that crazy?
the standard, I'm going to take every game. I'll come up with a figure. It'll blow your mind what kind of money they're going to make
Oh yeah.
just in the first week of football.
I mean, that's what it's about.
Yeah. So, anyway, he's here. Elizabethton Parks and Rec, David Nanny. Put your magic sheet up here. Let's see what we got.
Oh, okay.
That
Well,
way
we got all kinds of cool stuff.
Oh my!
Tomorrow, of course, that's a more of a downtown event, and everybody participates in. The tomorrow from 3:30 to 5 is the downtown Elizabeth trick or treating, and so everybody downtown participates, and we'll have a setup there, and we've been doing it for years too. So that's something we're going to be doing.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it is. It's always fun to see all the kids and their all their costumes and whatever.
I was looking tomorrow. The temperature tomorrow will be 53. Winds 5 to 15. Tomorrow night going to be breezy at times, so it's going to be a little cool tomorrow night.
You know
So-
what? That's perfect temperature for a snowflake.
Yeah.
Would that? Is there a chance that the snowflake could return?
David was going to be with us today.
Yeah, but he's killed over
He-
here in the corner.
He's been called back to the office. Yeah,
No.
I dressed as a snowflake.
Hey, listen. You were asking that question, and that made me think. You remember those plastic masks and the
Oh, yeah.
the it was just a little. I don't even remember what that was made out of. The costume. I was Casper the Ghost, so that's not too far from the snowflake.
No, and that mask, you just
Oh
sweat.
gosh, it was terrible. You couldn't see out of it. You couldn't breathe. They were awful.
What I would do, and what got done to me, we had 4 boys growing up, 4 brothers, 3 brothers, so 4 boys total. We go up behind them, you know that little elastic
Yes. Pow.
hit you back here,
Smack you.
hit you in the back of the
Oh,
ear,
yeah.
sting. Then you go in the garage, get the wiffle ball bat, chase them over the hill, and beat the dog out of them. So, yeah.
That's fun.
Oh yeah, it was
Memories, making memories.
It was intense.
Yeah.
Everything's intense in our house. Every day was a war. 4 boys, a war every day.
Oh man.
November the 18th, Carter County Bank lighting of the Fraser Fir.
Yeah.
With tree lighting. We're talking about tree lighting.
That's
Hard to
always-
believe.
Oh, I know. I mean, it's just unreal to think that all that's going to happen. And on that night, well, the guys are down at the park right now. You know, starting to put the skating rink together. So that's going to be assembled, and we'll do like a little sneak preview, kind of a special deal that night of the tree lighting. And you have to pre-register, so you can go to skatebythedoe.com.
There you go. How many days to Christmas Eve? There you go.
Wow.
55 days. Seems crazy to be sitting talking about putting a rink together.
I know.
But
It
it's
seems
here.
like it was summer yesterday, and it's already, nuts.
But
So
I'm not ready for it, but it don't matter. It's coming anyway.
yeah,
So
it is. There's all kinds, and of course we got other stuff, all kinds of things going on. We'll go over the rest of those later, and for December and stuff. But we're, it's got something going on about every weekend, really, and so it'll all be fun. Bring the kids out for all kinds of skating. Last year was the second year we did the Skate by the Doe, and then of course, this year will be the third, and it's just increased every year. And again, that's sponsored by Carter County Bank, and they're good to us. Excuse me. In that regard.
all right, let's get this over with. The Dolphins beat New England
man.
31-17.
31-17, yeah.
Tua had a
And
big game, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He threw an interception in the first half, and then after that, he was throwing them just everywhere. I mean, when you've got Cheetah, I mean, Hill is incredible, and then Waddle, and then that opens up the 3 running backs. There's nothing to sneeze at, I mean, you've got speed everywhere you look, but we'll see. We'll see how they do in Germany. They play in Germany next Sunday.
Oh, really? Who they play?
They they play Kansas City.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They got the Chiefs in Germany.
Yeah. So I'm just hoping that the Chiefs can't speak German or something that'll the Dolphins can pull through. But
See, what's the thank you in Germany? You make, hello, dear. You make a touchdown and go, good donkey. Thank you.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Good donkey, comrade.
I don't know what they'll do, but
But you're
it
6
ought
and
to be a
2.
good game. I mean, they're capable. I mean, you know, when you look at the teams that have beat them, Buffalo and the Eagles, I mean, they're good teams, and I don't know.
They're 6-2. You're 4-0 at home.
Yeah.
The Ravens are 6-2 in the North. Jacksonville leads the South at 6-2. In the West, the Chiefs are 6-2. In the NFC, the Eagles are 7-1 in the East. In the North, Detroit 5-2. In the NFC South, they're 4-4 as the number one team, the Atlanta Falcons. And then you have in the NFC West, the Seahawks are 5-2. So my boys play tonight.
Yeah.
It's going to be another frustrating night, I'm afraid. The Raiders at 3-4 playing Detroit in Detroit at 5-2 on Monday Night Football.
They may surprise you.
Yeah, they may. You're right. They may score. That will surprise me. I need my bell. Ding. Yep. The Raiders will score. That would be a surprise.
Oh,
yes.
man.
No,
Hey.
Raiders.
Oh.
So I went back this weekend and watched the NFL. I got the history of the Raiders back in the day. Marcus Allen and
Oh,
Kenny
man.
Stabler and
Oh, my gosh.
Howie Long. And so I thought,
Yes.
getting ready for tonight's frustrating night, I thought, well, I'll watch a little bit of the Raiders.
Yeah, yeah.
They're pretty
When
good
they
teams
were
back
real,
then.
when everything was,
Real.
yeah,
They were a good football team.
they were.
Now, who was the two receivers? Mark Clayton. Who was the other one
Mark
back?
Duper.
Who?
Mark Duper.
Duper. So are these guys, this year's team, as good as those guys? Because those guys are pretty good.
I don't know. They're good.
Cheetah and what's the other guy's name?
Waddle.
Waddle. Cheetah
Yeah,
and
Jalen
Waddle.
Waddle and Tariq Hill. They're incredible.
So what did that stack up with Duper and Clayton?
You know, where does Tua stack up with Marino? I don't know that.
We're 6-2 is all you care
yeah,
about.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, they're incredible. It's hard to, especially when I don't know. That's tough.
Yeah.
I don't
All
know
right.
about that one. They're pretty dang good though. I'm enjoying this.
You're enjoying
You
it a
know,
lot.
Yeah, I am. I am enjoying it.
Yeah.
But
And what's good? I mean, when your team's doing well, you
know.
should enjoy it. So
oh, yeah. Hey, what about the kid? Did you know anything about that kid that from West Virginia that's playing for the Bears? The backup guy. Hey, Lynn.
the backup guy from West Virginia.
Yeah. He didn't play at West Virginia. I'm not sure where he played at all. But he was the
Send that to me.
He's the back. I saw it yesterday on NFL Today before the Dolphins came on. He played yesterday, quarterback for the Bears.
Yeah.
It's probably in the paper. The
Backup court. No.
Yeah.
I'd have to do some research on that one.
he
though.
didn't. He didn't. He was. He said, you know, he wanted to play for West Virginia, and they didn't pick him. And then he went undrafted in the NFL draft, but yet he's playing. You know, I mean, he's pretty good apparently. I don't know. I
I don't know anything about him.
More
I'll
about
have
him.
to check on him. So,
Yeah.
but I will.
Yeah.
I do appreciate you coming, of course.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, trick or treating downtown, 3:30 to 5. Bundle up. It's gonna be windy. It's okay.
Absolutely.
Kids won't care. They're gonna get candy. They don't care how cold it is. They'll run around t-shirts on and shorts and have a big time.
Oh,
They don't-
absolutely.
And then Thursday the 16th, the Twilight New Moon movie in the park,
Yeah.
Edwards Island at 6 o'clock. On the 18th, Carter County Bank lighting of the Christmas tree. Get ready for the sneak peek of the Christmas season. And then the sneak peek of the Skate by the Doe presented by Carter County Bank. Free skate. SkateByTheDoe.com is what you want to do
That's right.
there. Bringing it back because it's been very, very popular here in Elizabethton. So
Yeah, I mean, our guys are out right now putting that thing together, and then we'll start with putting up all the lights, and it'll take weeks to get all the bulbs in place and everything.
you
set
have to
up.
do this for me.
Okay.
You out there watching, you have to come to Elizabethton,
Oh.
stand on the covered bridge, on the not the actual covered bridge, but the bridge that's
The Elk Avenue Bridge.
Elk Avenue Bridge. Thank you. And look, take a picture and look back down Elizabeth and all the lights. They pipe in Christmas music on the street till about 11 o'clock every night, all day. And so it looks like, honest to Pete, a Norman
It
Rockwell.
does.
I mean, it's unbelievable. And then
It
they
is.
decorate the actual
It's
covered
beautiful.
bridge. I mean, it is a slice Americana. Norman Rockwell would be proud.
Yes, he
I'm
would.
telling
He
you.
would.
I took a
would.
picture of it last year. I don't know where it's at, but I went up there and did it on the Elk Avenue Bridge and took a shot back down, and all the lights, and it is gorgeous.
It is.
Downtown Elizabeth.
Makes you
So,
proud
Yep.
where you live, you know.
Yep. So
Does.
Thank you,
right,
sir.
brother.
See you next Monday.
That's absolutely.
When do we play in Germany? Next Sunday?
Yeah, they play at 9:30 in the morning.
Oh, well.
Of course, I'll watch it later after church.
Yeah. That's okay. His team's playing in Germany against the Chiefs next week.
Yeah.
My boys will get thumped tonight, I'm afraid.
No, you never know.
Oh, yeah,
We'll
I
be
do.
pulling for 'em. Huh.
Yes, I do, unfortunately. So, quick break. We'll be right back. We'll talk about the Imagination Library. And then also, Sheriff Fraley's here at Carter County Bank, Shop with the Cop. All that straight ahead. Hello, Lori Wilson. How you doing, lady? And Kim Barnett. Got a chance to see her the other night at the ball game. She is one funny lady, I'm telling you.
What'd she say?
Oh, she is one funny lady.
Oh, yeah.
Kim Barnett.
Oh, yeah.
She's a hoot, I'm telling you. Love her to death. She's a hoot. Hello, Gary Banks. Krista Britt. By the way, we had 16 states Friday night.
Wow.
And someone in Bermuda sent us
Wow.
on the games that we're watching in Bermuda.
That's awesome.
Oh, what an honor to be a part of this.
That's
These
incredible.
kids, it ain't me. These kids, Coach Eddie Pless,
Oh,
those
man.
three camera workers, Dana, Sarah, and Lily, they're students at Elizabethton High School. Daniel Prophet, and we're popping. I mean, it looked like something off ESPN.
Yeah,
really
they're
drew it.
everywhere. They're all over the
They
place.
do an incredibly cool job. I am
Yeah, they
honored to even be on the same stage with
Oh.
these kids and Mr.
That's
Prophet
really cool.
and Eddie Pless, the legend.
Yep.
So, quick break. We'll be right back. We's here. Back after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
So I stopped in at Chick-fil-A for lunch and saw Officer Wilson come in. I decided to place a dine-in mobile order and have a cookie delivered to him just to show appreciation for his service for our community.
A few minutes later, I noticed that Officer Wilson had gotten up and left, and I knew he hadn't gotten his cookie yet.
I'm headed to my car. I turn around and I see Allie, and she's running after me.
Mr. Police Officer, Mr. Police Officer.
Usually when someone yells, "Officer, officer," they want to ask me about a ticket they got. I absolutely wanted the cookie. This cookie is delicious.
Boom. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Look who stopped by. Good morning. Actually, good afternoon. Yep, just went to 1201. Tell everybody who you are.
Creola Miller,
Yes. Miss-
Carter County Imagination Library Board.
Yep. Carter County Imagination Library Board. Dolly Parton has more than 211 million books printed across the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, and Republic of Ireland that participate in this program. We participate in this program here, I should say, in Carter County. So, again, a lot of folks think that she pays for the books and she does not. Tell us about that.
Yes, Dolly has an agreement with our state, and she supplies the books, gets them at a wonderful cost, but the state pays for half the cost, and the Carter County pays the other part.
Yep.
So we need about $30,000 a year, and we need people to know. Most people have no idea that we do pay for the books.
Oh, absolutely. That's why we have you on. It's an awareness that we have to come up with $2.20 a book. And it's really neat because any child in Carter County, ages birth to 5 years, gets a book every month. So in essence, they get 60 free books. So if you did 60 times 220, that's about $130, isn't it? Is that
Yes.
somewhere along through there, give or take? And so we are looking for folks like you to help out with these books. They go out to all the kids in Carter County. You can donate for birthdays or in memory of, really any way you want to do it, right?
Exactly.
And you've had people do it that way too, haven't you?
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah. So you have, let's see, you got some of the books you want to show?
I have a couple of them.
Okay.
This one you'll notice is for a young child, and the corners are, they won't get poked with them if they're toddling around and fall. And it's a beautifully illustrated book.
The Very Hungry Caterpillar's First Summer. Let me pull that back there. There it is. The Very Hungry Caterpillar's First Summer. $2.20. We would like for you to please consider donating. It's too hot for jackets and sweaters today. Shorts and T-shirts keep kids cool as they play. So this is probably for a younger child, right?
Mm-hmm, it is.
And so this is one of the books that the kids get free, thanks to you. All right.
And here's one, Getting Children Ready to Go to the Dentist.
The night before the dentist. So, and let's see. Let's flip on here and let's see. Talking about toothpaste. I sampled them all from bubblegum to berry. I picked out one that tasted like cherry. The dentist who's talking about, he handed me some goggles to protect my eyes and tilted back my chair. It was the perfect kid size. Kids going to the dentist can be a scary thing, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So,
That's a very encouraging book.
yes. And so these are the types of books the kid, well, not types, they get these books. These are the type of books you can help us with for $2.20 per book, correct?
Correct. On an average.
Yeah.
There's a little thing that is at the very end
Right.
that's noteworthy here that Dolly had said.
Would you like to read it?
If you want me to.
Sure. I'll let you read it.
Okay. Dolly's Imagination Library has demonstrated the power and impact of gifting a book in the mail to children from birth to 5, while helping families build home libraries and inspire a love of reading so all children will dream more, learn more, care more, and be more.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes. So, you got to be able to read proficiently. That's why we're doing this Readers are Winners. So, in my job today, I've got more sports coming. I've read the playoff bracketing. I had to be able to read, to be able to say Maplewood and Kirby and Dobbins Bennett, Elizabethton. Then I read about the NFL. Had to be able to read the name of the NFL football teams. I read it proficiently. So if I got on here and I didn't read real well, and I would go Washington, Pittsburgh, kind of get the idea. Philadelphia, see? But if you read proficiently, Philadelphia, Washington, Pittsburgh. So the key to this thing is get books in these kids' hands and let them read and get good at it. Because the better you read, the farther you're going to go in life, right?
Exactly. And one thing I'd like to say, I'm a reading specialist. And one thing that I found in studying reading is that people that sit and read to their children, maybe these books to their little ones, and if they put their finger under the word as they read it, sometimes some children learn to read. A lot of
Really?
people say, I didn't teach my child to read, he just learned on his own. So my question was, did you put your finger under the words when you read to them?
Wow.
And the answer was yes.
How neat.
And if a child has a problem, they're already reading but they're having problems, if you have them put their finger under the word and you read with them, you know they're keeping up if they have that finger under the word and read it together.
Wow.
That really helps improvement in reading.
Didn't know that. That is really neat. Love it, love it, love it. So, and I know ladies, when they were pregnant, would read to their child while they were in their stomach.
Yes.
And of course, babies can hear, and so read. Mamas read to their babies, and hopefully that would, develop a love for reading because they can hear it.
Yeah.
So
True.
it's interesting. Got to be able to read, folks. And so what we would ask you to do is please consider making a donation. How do we get the money to you?
Mitch Broyles. You can send a donation to Mitch Broyles at Elizabethton Federal, Post Office Box 1930, Elizabethton.
Yep. And we're also selling T-shirts.
Yes.
And she's got one of these. You're coming back in 2 weeks, aren't you? I
If
hope.
you would like, I'd love to.
Every 2 weeks, I
Love
want you
to.
here, please. So
That's-
there you go.
Joy's Fabulous Finds is selling those for us for $15.
The library that Dolly built. So there you go. $15 T-shirts. Be a good Christmas gift. If you know someone on your list that likes Dolly Parton and likes reading, it's a win-win going both ways with that one. The library that Dolly built. So there you go. The Imagination Library. What would you like to leave us with?
Read.
Read.
If
Read.
you want to be a good reader, if you want to be a good ball player, you practice.
Yes.
They say 15 minutes a night is great for kids.
Great for
to
kids to read. And read out loud.
Yes.
So I was taught to read out loud. I don't know why, but my mother said when you read out loud. She said, this was an interesting way, I guess. She said, everything it says in the book, that God spoke everything into being. She said, so read out loud because we're used to hearing things out loud, and it soaks in better if you read out loud.
Well, you know, as I've gotten older, if I had a problem, like I'd be in a class and I didn't really want to read something, if I read it out loud, I could comprehend it better.
Oh, really? So there is something to it.
I think so.
Because you're a reading specialist. So if you think there is something to it, absolutely. So, very good. Thank you for coming,
Thank you so much.
and enjoy your lunch, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Okay, that sounds great.
Put me right here. Boom. Thank you. What a nice lady. Miss Miller again, the Imagination Library of Carter County. We'll take a break. We'll be joined coming up next. We've got him in here ready to go, Sheriff Rayleigh. Carter County Sheriff with Shop with a Cop next here on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Now this from the good folks at Cannon Furniture, as soon as I find it. So it's right up here. They're going to be able to read. There it is, Cannon's Furniture on the Tom Daly Sports Furniture. Tell folks out there what Cannon Furniture is all about, would you please?
We are a local family-owned small business. We have a full line of furniture and bedding, living room, dining room, recliners, mattresses, you name it. We have it. We also do custom lines of furniture.
Some of the product lines you carry are?
We have Bassett, England, Ashley, Benchcraft, Barca Lounger, and Sealy, Simmons, Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Beauty Rest, Sierra Sleep. And there's a new one coming soon, but I'll keep that one quiet until it gets here.
To the appropriate time. Hours are open at Cannon Furniture.
Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 9 to 5.
They rely a lot on social media. How can we find you on social media?
You can find us on Facebook or Instagram at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings.
Yep, one of our great sponsors is Cyclone Sports. Check them out, folks. Again, be loyal, buy local, and buy at Betsy in downtown Elizabeth. And the great folks are right here, Cannon's Furniture. Back on the Tom Daly Sports Show, we're joined by our sheriff of Carter County, a busy man. Won't get him long, and I get that because he has a county to run, and we get that. So how many miles out there you guys cover? It's unbelievable.
It's about 600 square miles.
600 square miles. Now, how, you guys put, I never asked this question, you put chains when, it snows a lot in Carter County in the wintertime?
Oh, yeah, we've got to get there somehow. Most of our fleet's all-wheel drive, but, yeah, we've got chains in the cars. And there's some rough terrain in Carter County.
Wow. 600 square miles you have to cover.
Yep.
And so when the 911 dispatcher says you need to go here, they're off and running, right?
Yeah, we've got to get there.
We respond.
We do.
So at any given time, how many folks are on the road patrolling now?
We're up to about 6 per shift, and we're going to try to get 7 per shift, and that's about double what we had a couple years ago. So
Really?
We're getting there.
That's awesome. All right, a couple of things tomorrow night. Tell us about the trunk or treat tomorrow night.
Well, starting at 5 o'clock tomorrow night, we have trunk or treat. Actually, if the kids want to start downtown, it's from 3 to 5, and we start at 5. Hopefully, we'll be ready early, around 4:30 or so. But come on down, bring the family, and we're going to have Touch a Truck. We're going to have all kinds of events for kids, so we're looking forward to it.
Downtown near the monument, right?
Yes,
down
right
around there.
past the monument.
Yeah, so it's free to anybody and everybody. So come down to tomorrow.
Yep.
Then Saturday, we're going fishing. Tell me about that.
Well, on Boone Lake, Saturday morning, some of our guys have organized a fishing tournament. It's $60, and all the proceeds that they make will go to Shop with a Cop.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Shop with a Cop, which we're about to get ready to talk about. Let me give you the verse today again. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross, and today is no exception. This is his show. It's going to go as far as he wants it to go. And let's see, we've got, the verse today is Psalms 86:7 says, "In the day of my trouble, I will call to you, for you will answer me."
Amen.
Amen. So, now, we'll save it for tomorrow, but I got a surprise for tomorrow. A little guy, it's really cool. I was humbled, to say the least. little guy's going to dress up for Halloween as Tom Taylor tomorrow. I'm going to show you. I got a little video. I'm going to show you tomorrow. It happened over the weekend. I got the video. We're going to drop it in there and let you see it tomorrow a couple of times. But he saw it. In fact, he sent me the video and sent me pictures. So this little guy was at Fairview Baptist Church, the trunk or treat, and he wanted to be Tom Taylor. So God bless him. So it was really cool. I'm very flattered, to say the least. Anybody want to do that on my behalf because of me. So we'll show that tomorrow. But you were there and you saw it.
That was great. He was set up right across from me, and he had the Tom Taylor sign and was doing interviews. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah. Maybe I'll try and pull up the picture and show them here in a second. Hello, Amy Whitson. Hello, Tawana Holland, Audra Alexander, Whitney Blevins, Bobby Dickin, Lori Wilson, Kim Barnett. You know Kim Barnett?
I do.
She's a crackerjack, isn't she?
She is.
Oh, I love that lady to death. She is so funny. Doesn't try to be. She is just hilarious. So we're
Fishing tournament, so that's awesome.
It is awesome. And there's money out there. First, second, and third, you're throwing out some pretty good money, aren't you?
Yeah, first prize is $1,000. Second prize is, let me take my glasses off, $500, and third prize $250.
Yep, and $125 for the biggest largemouth and smallmouth bass. You say it's going to be cold Saturday?
I think it's going to be a little chilly Saturday morning.
Is it? All right, let's see here real quick. We'll make a look, and then we're going to talk about this Saturday morning. Saturday, it's going to be 67.
That's
The
not
overnight
bad.
low Friday night's going to be upper 30s. So fishing, they don't care, do they?
No, they don't care.
No. They just strap it on and go. So now, I want you to hold that and let you promote that, because I don't make it look like it's doing for me, because I just want you to know this is a really cool thing. Tell us what this is all about.
Actually, it is.
I'll hold it and you talk about
Tammy
it.
Troutman has come up with this ornament featuring Tom Taylor, and 100% of the proceeds go to Shop with a Cop, which I think is phenomenal, and we're very appreciative of Mrs. Troutman doing this for us. But it's a beautiful ornament. I'm going to buy a bunch and give them out as Christmas gifts. But I think there's a pretty good picture on that ornament.
You know, yeah, I won't even say it. It is what it is. It's an old country boy, but on the back of it is this. You can either get it in green or red. It's a little wooden block with a ribbon on it. $10, and 100% of what you buy this ornament for at the Eagle Center, the only place you can get it, 100% goes to Shop with a Cop, making a difference. Matthew 25:40, as you've done least of these, my brethren, you've done unto me. So I said, absolutely. I don't know how many people are going to buy these, but you buy it, and you'll know that you're going to go out and shop with the Cop to help these kids in Carter County that otherwise wouldn't have any Christmas. And it really is twofold, because you're helping these kids, but they also realize you're not the bad guy, right?
Right, exactly. You need to come be a part of it and just see it if you haven't. We meet at Elizabethton High School, and we provide a dinner with an officer, and we have activities where we will get some coloring books and color with the kids and things like that until it's time to leave and go over to Walmart, and every child goes with an officer. And what's very humbling about it, a lot of the kids don't ask for toys. They'll ask for coats, blankets, shoes, and things like that, and it speaks well of what our officers do.
So there's kids that like to have toys, but like to have a blanket or a coat or socks or underwear, the basic stuff you and I take for granted, of course.
We do. We take it for granted, and there's a need out there, and we encourage the kids to get a toy, and they will at some point. But they want the basic necessities that we take for granted.
Absolutely. So when you buy this ornament, you're putting $10 in his pocket to go shopping for the Cop. Shop with the Cop. You're going to go on what day? When you guys go?
That is December 9th that we do Shop with the Cop, and it'll start somewhere around 6:30 and go to about 9 o'clock. But I would encourage you, if you want to see it, come to Walmart and hang out and just watch these officers and these kids and the twinkle in their eyes on the officers and the kids' part.
I would think it gets to the officers it affects you, don't it?
It does. Yeah. It really does.
Tugs at your heartstrings. Because some of these kids, they're in a tough situation. It's not their fault. Money's not there. It's not their fault. It can be for money's going for other things, and we know that. That's what we deal with in 2023. But to be able to contribute and say, yes, here's $10, here's an ornament, and go shop with the Cop. And so last year you served how many kids?
It was around 70. We're hoping to have 80 to 85 this year, but the donations have been coming in great, and the more donations come in, it will be a little bit more money we can spend for each kid. But every dollar goes to the kid. I promise you.
Absolutely. And look, you're out there shopping, folks. You know things are going up. They went up. They're going through the roof. Food, clothing, toys, they're all going up. So it's going to cost more to do this with these kids. So please consider, as he said, getting his ornament. I appreciate Tammy Troutman wanting to put my mug on an ornament for $10. 100%, all $10 of this ornament will go straight to these kids. Shop with the Cop on December the 9th.
Yes.
So, and you feed them at the high school.
We do.
And you take them shopping.
Yes. We
And
have dinner and activities go across the street, and then, they're there for an hour or so shopping. Some of them will have their buggies full in no time, but it's a blessing to be able to be a part of that.
So the kids literally go shopping with the Cop. That's what we call it, shop with the Cop. It's not that they're not going to stand over in the corner and say, here's your buggy and have at it. They walk along with them and help them shop. So that's, how many years you been doing this?
It's been going on over 10 years. I've only been a part of it as sheriff. This will be my second. But before that, when I was over the school resource officers, we did that, and it really tugs at my heart.
So please consider there's several ways you can go fishing this weekend. That's another way you can help with this program. Or go down. The only place you can get this is the Eagle Center. Again, these are the ornaments. It says, of course, Tom Baylor Sports, and of course my favorite verse. I asked that they please put the verse on there. Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. That's my favorite verse after John 3:16. That's on the ornament. Proverbs 3:5-6. So please consider, not for me, not for the sheriff, but for these kids. The kids. That's our future, sir.
It is.
And you know that. So, did you have a good turnout at Fairview for the trunk or treat?
We did. Had a phenomenal turnout. It was great. I sat in the jail cell for 3 hours, and kids were trying to give me candy. But anyway, I had a great time. It was a lot of fun.
I appreciate you doing that, too. The kids had a blast. They put him in a makeshift jail up there, jail cell, and they kept giving you candy?
Trying to.
Like feeding the bear at the zoo, wasn't it?
Some of the kids want to know what I was there for, and I said, is it 30 days or listen to one of Gary Rowe's sermons, and I opted for the jail sentence.
Gary Rowe, he's a jewel.
Yes, he is.
He's a good man. And so are you for doing this. Thank you, sir, very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, Matthew 25:40. Have you done it the least of these, my brother, you've done it to me. So when you give money for these kids for Christmas, shop with the Cop, in my opinion, I'm a simple country boy, it is as if you've helped the good Lord himself. That's what it's all about. Every kid deserves to wake up. I don't care what they're going through. Every kid deserves to wake up and get something for Christmas. Who wants to go back to school and say, what'd you get for Christmas? What'd you get for Christmas? They don't have anything to say because they didn't have anything. And that happens. And we don't want that to happen because these kids, every kid deserves to be a kid one day out of the year, and that's Christmas morning. So,
yes, sir.
In my humble opinion. Quick break. We'll be right back after this from Whitten Huddle. We are live again. We're here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on the Tom Baylor Sports Shop.
Whitten Huddle, we want to create a positive atmosphere where all athletes can further develop their skills, whether it's strength training, speed training, football skills. We train all athletes of all different kinds from ages 5 through college athletes. We actually trained our first athlete for the NFL Combine, Cameron Coleman, this past year. We got basketball athletes, soccer athletes, baseball athletes. So just contact us, and we'll try to get your athlete to a higher level.
Social media, how do we find you?
Yeah, it's Whitten Huddle on Facebook, social media. It's WITTENHUDDLE.
What about a phone number?
Yeah, 423-707-5419. Just contact me, and we'll set up a private session. And then after those private sessions, you can continue private session, or you can join the group sessions.
Well, we're great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Baylor Sports Show. Coach Ryan Whitten at Whitten Huddle. Back on the Tom Daly Sports Show, look who stopped by, and we appreciate her doing it. Her name is Leslie Broccoli from Sycamore Shoals. Hello, young lady.
Hey.
How did the scary stories go at Fort
It
Walton?
went really well. I didn't get to go. I didn't work that night, but I went by, and I couldn't even get in the parking lots. So I think it went really well.
Awesome. Awesome,
They were
awesome.
full.
Another great activity here in Carter County, Elizabeth, and Tri-Cities.
Yep.
So now we got, can you believe we're talking November? Here we go.
November. We've
November.
got 2 weeks, November 11th and 12th. We've got the Colonial Harvest Celebration and Fall Fiber Show at the same time. They're up in the building. We're out in the fort, dressed out. I'll be making butter from scratch like they used to. Chad Bogart's going to be making in a big old kettle over an open fire apple butter like they used to. We'll just be living in the fort Saturday and Sunday like they used to.
But you're going to make butter.
I'm going to make butter, fresh butter from scratch, and he's going to make homemade apple butter from scratch.
Awesome.
Yeah. And there'll be other things going on, but then Sunday afternoon at the Harvest Festival, at about 2 o'clock, we're going to have the Irish dancers, Appalachian Irish dancers, dressed out.
It's awesome.
It'll be neat. The whole thing will be neat.
This is next weekend.
2 weekends.
2 weekends.
Yes. Not this coming weekend, but the
The
weekend
following
after
weekend,
that.
yeah. Colonial Harvest Celebration and the Fall
Right.
Fiber Show.
And then the big one after that is our Christmas open house the weekend of November 18th. We'll have things in the gift shop, historically period correct, as well as other things that you get unique gifts for Christmas. And we'll have vendors, a few vendors there. We're going to have our Christmas tree up and decorated. And we're going to have carolers in period clothing. We're going to have dancers in period clothing, old-fashioned Santa Claus. It'll be really fun.
That's awesome.
And carriage and horse rides for about 2 hours. I haven't got her answer if it's going to be in the afternoon or the morning yet.
Cool.
Yeah.
All this on the 18th.
On the 18th.
From 10 until 3.
That's right.
The Over Mountain Christmas Open House. Then you have the Watauga Valley Art League Winterfest Art Show.
They start that day as well. Their art show, big
Yep.
Christmas art show.
And the art show, what's up on display is for sale. You can buy it for
It
Christmas
is.
gifts. So
Yep, unless it has NFS.
yeah, not for sale. And some of those do.
There you
so
go.
Some of those
We
do.
may even have to have some Tom Taylor ornaments for sale.
If it'll help the kids, we'll get them to you. 'Cause
When do
that's
they do their thing?
December the 9th.
Yes.
So,
we could put them out with the vendors. There you go.
We'll hook you up with Tammy Troutman and let you all work that out. So
Sounds great.
it's all for the kids. It ain't for Tom. Tom don't get a penny off this. I want to 100% goes to these youngins. So
Aw,
you're so sweet. So
that's all right.
Colonial Harvest Celebration, the Fall Fiber Show will be next up. And we'll have you back on this a week from today to talk
Right.
more about it.
Right, and we got lots coming in December too, so
Busy.
Yep.
We'll finish it with a bang.
there you go.
2023 at Sycamore Shoals State Park, right up the street here.
I
So
saw a woolly worm yesterday.
did you?
I did on my porch. The front end of it was black.
Uh-oh.
The middle of it was orange, and then the end was a little teeny bit black. So
what
what
is
does
it?
that mean? I
Well, I
think
have
that
no
means
clue.
we're going to start out with a bad winter. We'll have to ask Jesse.
Jesse.
And in the middle, it's going to be mild, and at the end, we might have 1 or 2 more snows. That's what I'm predicting. I could be way off.
Well,
But-
hope that last thing you said you're wrong. That snow thing. I'm okay with cold weather, but snow, not so much.
Well,
But you know what?
If it snows, come to the park. It's
Come to
really
the park.
pretty.
I was going to say, come
It's
to the
really
park.
pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's your better
He's
half
here.
right there. Yeah, he's in the house.
He
so
is here.
don't let your lunch get cold. Go
All
get your
right.
lunch.
Thank you for having
Love
me.
you, man. I'll see you, young lady. I'll see you next week.
Next week. We'll
I
talk
love you coming to
December.
be on the show.
That's all right.
So hope you like coming. I love for you to come and give out information about the park.
That's all
so,
right. We'll remind about November and talk about December
Talk
next
about
week.
December. You got it. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
Yep. Great job, Leslie Broccoli from Sycamore Shoals State Historic Park. Let's take a look at some. Let's see what we got. We got all kinds of stuff here. We'll start off with the National Football League from yesterday. The Cowboys won. They beat the Rams 43-20. Your other winners, Minnesota gets Green Bay 24-10. Tennessee, Will Levis, 4 touchdowns. The Kentucky quarterback, now Titan, 4 touchdowns. They beat Atlanta 28-23. The Saints won. Miami, you heard David Nanny going on about his Dolphins. They beat New England. The Giants beat the Jets in overtime 13-10. Jacksonville. The Jags beat Pittsburgh 20-10. Steelers in disarray right now. Philadelphia beat Washington by 7, 38-31. Carolina got a win over Houston by 2. Seattle beat the Browns by 4. Denver upsets Kansas City 24-9. That's huge. Denver is not a really good football team, but they were yesterday. Baltimore beat Arizona by 7. The Bengals 14-point win over the 49ers, and the Los Angeles Chargers beat the Bears 30-13. Tonight on Monday Night Football, the Raiders. My boys will be on there. Probably a long night. They're 3-4, and they play the Lions, who are 5-2. So that'll be coming up tonight on Monday Night Football. Let's take a look at some college football. See what's going on there in the college world. The top 25's out. To nobody's surprise, the number one team in the land continues to be the Georgia Bulldogs. They are for real. They can play, and they showed it again this weekend. They dismantled the Florida Gators. Hello, Joe Muncie. How you doing, sir? Your top 10, Georgia. Michigan's got all kinds of problems off the field. We'll talk about that in a minute. Big story breaking from them, about them, rather. Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Florida State, and Washington. Then comes Oregon, Texas, Alabama, Penn State, and Oklahoma. Your top 10 in this week's college football poll. Number 11 is Ole Miss. Number 12 is Notre Dame. 13th is LSU. 14th is Missouri. 15th, Louisville. Number 16, Oregon State. Number 17 is Air Force. 18 is Utah. 19, the Tennessee Vols. And 20th is UCLA. 21st is Tulane. 22nd is Kansas. James Madison, 23rd. Excuse me, Southern Cal, 24th. And 25th are the Wildcats of Kansas State. Top 25 college football this week. Who plays who? Tennessee, a 12 o'clock game against UConn. Checkbook game for the 19th-ranked Volunteers. 11th-ranked Ole Miss hosting Texas A&M. Number 3, Ohio State travels to Rutgers. The other 12 o'clock games, 12th-ranked Notre Dame at Clemson. Clemson trying to pull it out of the hopper. It could be a signature win for the Tigers. They're not having a very good year. 25th-ranked Kansas State will be at number 7, Texas. Good matchup there. Utah, 18th-ranked Utes, hosting Arizona State. These are all afternoon games. Army will be at number 17, Air Force. The Air Force Academy, number 17 in the country, hosting Army. 9th-ranked Penn State goes to Maryland. 15th-ranked Louisville hosts the Hokies of Virginia Tech, coming off that big win over Syracuse last Thursday night. 21st-ranked Tulane goes to East Carolina. Other top 25 games, 10th-ranked Oklahoma at Oklahoma State. Number 14, Missouri takes on Georgia at 3:30 between the Hedges and Sanford. In Athens, Georgia. 23rd-ranked James Madison at Georgia State. 4th-ranked Florida State. The Seminoles go to Pittsburgh. And California will be at number 6, Oregon. The Ducks will host number 6 Ducks will host California. These are all day games. Night games, top 25. Number 22, Kansas at Iowa State. 5th-ranked Washington at 24th-ranked Southern Cal. Number 2, Michigan will host Purdue. 7:45 Saturday night. 13th-ranked LSU at number 8, Alabama. Big matchup there in the SEC West. 16th-ranked Oregon State at Colorado. And 20th-ranked UCLA will play at Arizona. That is your top 25 college football head-to-head for this coming week. All right, Harbaugh. What are they doing with him? Well, here's what they're not doing with him. They're not going to rescind. They're rescinding his contract extension. The sign stealing continues for the Michigan Wolverines. So they got all kinds of off-field problems. Connor Stallions, who allegedly bought tickets for more than 30 games, many of them Big Ten games, and used illegal technology to steal signs. Stallions has been suspended with pay pending the outcome of the investigation. Harbaugh, who's already been entangled with the NCAA, is an obvious focal point here, but he has denied knowledge of the operation. Don't see how he doesn't know, but he says he doesn't know, and I guess he's innocent until proven guilty. But he says, I don't know anything about it. The guy's on the payroll. He's buying tickets to the tune of about $15,000 worth of tickets, going to 30 games, many of them Big Ten games, and using illegal technology to steal signs. Told you last week they caught the guy sitting in the seats that Connor Stallions bought at these games with his cell phone up, shooting the opposing team's signals. They're flashing the plays and the signals from the sideline. You know what they say back home, where there's smoke, there's fire. So there's fire for sure. Now, Michigan, he was about to get a contract extension because they're off to an incredibly cool start, the Michigan Wolverines. And so as a result of what's going on, they have said they're going to rescind the contract extension. they had on the table. We'll pull it off the table and do a wait and see for Jim Harbaugh. Interesting, to say the least. Then you look at the big game between Georgia and Florida. It's not going to be in Jacksonville now. They're getting ready to redo the stadium. They're going to have to move the game, so they're trying to figure out where they're going to go. Of course, Jacksonville's got to approve of plans for the stadium overall that would force Jacksonville to play home games in front of a reduced capacity as they redo the stadium. Georgia and Florida, meanwhile, will play outside of Jacksonville for the first time in more than 30 years. In 2026, Georgia will be playing as the home team, more than likely Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, with a 50-50 ticket split. Then the 2027 year, Florida will be the home team, could end up playing at the Camping World Stadium in Orlando, or the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, or the Raymond James Stadium in Tampa with a 50-50 split. So that's what's going on there in college football. Of course, Tennessee, big win over Kentucky over the weekend. They'll come back home and play UConn in what should be a checkbook game for the Volunteers against the UConn Huskies for the game at 12 o'clock on Saturday. Quick break. We'll be right back. We've got him here from Taylor Sports. This is Tom Taylor on behalf of the Salvation Army of Johnson City. You know, need has no season. Throughout the holidays, red kettles are stationed outside stores such as Walmart, Sam's Club, Hobby Lobby, many other locations across the counties of Washington, Unicoi, and Carter. Your donation stays local and helps pay for food, emergency shelter, rental, and utility assistance, and other services to community residents in need throughout the year. This holiday season, please come out and ring the bells with us and make a difference. Need has no season. Thank you on behalf of the Salvation Army of Johnson City. There we go, folks. This is the reason. This is the season coming up, and this is the reason. There it is. How about that? Love that. Love to have that on a shirt. But anyway, let's get back up here to where he's at because he's ready to roll. Boom, there he is. Man, Jake is from the house. How you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great, Tom. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for stopping by and part of Collins and Company, .info. So we got lots going on. Look at this. This guy, they are slammed. Look at this.
Papers and papers and papers.
I mean, look at this. This is everything they're doing right now. So we're going to start. I'm going to be your Vanna. We're going to start off with this starts next Monday.
Mm-hmm.
It's an online auction. Tell us about this.
Well, that's an estate of the gentleman who used to own the Stacy Carpet and Smoke Busters. So, you know, we got a lot of things that pertain to that, a lot of carpet, a lot of vinyl flooring, tile, tools. If you're looking to redo your home or a room, or maybe an investor that has multiple properties, we're always complaining about, you know, how do we lower costs on doing that stuff? This is a great way to get yourself an early Christmas present and get you some stuff.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah. So, but yeah, tons of got vans, got carpet, got flooring, tools, dryers, all kinds of stuff. Anything you can need.
Office furniture, paint, carpet cleaning equipment, tools, AccuCut carpet cutting machine,
Mm-hmm.
carpet and vinyl flooring, storage racks, rubber trim. It goes on and on. Can they see it now? Can they look at all the stuff on the?
Yeah, you'd probably just have to reach out to David. He gets some time scheduled and let you in and come check it out.
I mean, is it on the internet? Is it on the
yeah,
web?
it's also on the webpage. Yes.
Yeah, so you can go to the web. It doesn't start the next Monday, but you can go there now and look, kind of get an idea that you want to bid on. So, and here's the thing: all the bids, it's $1 a bid. It all starts at $1 a bid.
All starts there.
Yeah, starts next Monday, the 6th, and runs to the 14th. That's an online auction. All right. Here's one. An online auction coming up. The bidding starts today, as a matter of fact.
Yep.
Runs through next week. on Hideaway Farm Road in Piney Flats. Tell me about this one.
It's great property. It's got an older home on it. That is actually, the inside of it's kind of a log cabin. The outside, it's kind of almost had a home built around it. Great piece of property. Got horses, got a little horse farm there, got large barns, got a shop out beside of it, and also has lake access, which is something that you don't find a lot, and that's starts today.
Original stone fireplace, much of the original hardwood flooring throughout.
Yep.
Many of the original logs accent the interior of the home. What it looks like, my favorite movie is Gone with the Wind. It looks like a little bit like Tara.
Yeah.
The Scarlett O'Hara's house.
Yeah,
in
the
Gone
house
with the
in
Wind.
that, yeah.
I mean, look at that. It really does. It's Hideaway Farm Road in Piney Flats. You can bid on it. Starts today on October the 30th.
Yep.
It's gorgeous. All right. Here's another one. Starts today. On state, online auction starts today, goes next week. West Carter Estate, all kinds of goodies. Let's see what they've got here. They got shotguns, riding mowers, jewelry, pocket knives, vintage baseball uniforms, sports items, autographed Ole Miss football helmets.
Yep.
A lot of cool stuff. Tell me about this one.
Yeah, so just like you read, there's a ton of neat things that are in there, for a person who likes to collect sports memorabilia. They got original authentic baseball uniforms, David Cutcliffe signed helmets, which if any of you all follow the Vols, you know that he was Peyton Manning's quarterback coach.
Yep.
A lot of good stuff in there, and there's a little bit for everybody in that one. There's all kinds of things.
Horse stock, die-cast cars, antique glassware, NASCAR collectibles, S&W 22 rifle, Smith & Wesson 32 revolver, an X-Cam Derringer, lots of coins. Yeah, it goes on shotgun, a Ithaca 12-gauge XL 300 shotgun. So all this starts today. CollinsandCompany.info.
Yep.
And this also starts out at $1 a bid. So to get it started, you work your way up. And it goes starting today through next Tuesday.
Yep.
All right. Talking to Jacob from Collins & Company. Look at this. We got all kinds of listings. So
all kinds, yeah.
Here we go. Market's still hot?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it may. I think we're getting ready to hit a cold spell, but as far as the weather goes, but the market ain't slowing down.
The market ain't slowing down either.
No.
Weather look cooler, but no.
Yeah, the weather maybe, but real estate market, no. We're still seeing record growth and a lot of different areas, especially here, Carter County. So it's been staying good. Yeah.
4-bedroom, 4-bath on Powder Branch Road. Tell me about this listing.
Yeah, it's my listing there on Powder Branch Road. It's a little over 2 acres. It's a really cool property because you have a full mother-in-law suite in the basement. So if you got have your mother-in-law or someone living with you that needs to be on the ground level, they've got their own space, their own bathroom, their own kitchen, everything right down there. And then the top floors, you can live there yourself. Huge garage, extra room that they currently have a pool table like a game room in. So yeah, beautiful place out there. Views are great too.
Go to CollinsandCompany.info to check it out.
Yep.
All right, here's one on Fiddler's Branch Road in Hampton.
Yep.
For 4-bedroom, also 4-bath. Tell me about this one.
Yeah, so that one's a little over 3,500 square feet. It's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath home. All the bedrooms, the 2 of the bedrooms upstairs have their own private bathrooms. Great large master bedroom in that, large walk-in closet. And talk about views. That's on top of the mountain there. Look, just absolutely amazing. Beautiful views there.
Now, go to the website, check these out, because I'm putting these pictures up there. It doesn't do it justice. CollinsandCompany.info. You can go to the website and see all these listings. Here's one on Jonesboro on Gray Station, Sulphur Springs Road. Again, for $499.9. Tell us about this one. It's 5-bedroom, 2-bath.
Yep, 5-bedroom, 2-bath, older home on a large parcel. Go out and check that place out. Gray's one of those areas that are booming all the time. That's a really nice property as well.
Yep. So then you come back into Elizabeth, and this one just got reduced.
Yep.
And this one is on Highway 91.
Yep, and beautiful Stony Creek, where I reside. That's on Highway 91 right there on the right, near the school there. That's a condo, just reduced it down to 204. Ready to move in. You don't need to do anything to that thing. You just put your furniture in it.
Turn the key and walk in.
Yeah.
There you go. So this one is in Mountain City on J. Shown Road. This one is 3-bedroom, 1-bath. Tell us about this one.
3-bedroom, 1-bath, priced at $172.9, I believe, on that one.
Yep.
Handicap accessible front porch, 1,400 square feet. You know, if you've been paying attention to the market, getting 1,400 square feet for 172.9 is basically impossible.
Yeah. In fact, it's 172.
Oh, 172,
Even better.
sorry.
Let's knock $900 off of it. So
Yeah.
there you go. That's available. Man, look at this piece of property.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, Clarktown Road, we've had that available. We've had a lot of people come and check that out. That's back in the mountain there, going up in Clarktown. Great property. Got a little stream that runs through the front of it.
$23,900 for this.
Can't beat it.
How much property are you getting?
2.13 acres
Yep.
of that.
2.13 on Clarktown Road and Roan Mountain.
Yep.
That would show you right there you're in God's country, folks.
Amen.
Look at that. Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of folks moving in from other places, aren't they?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's one of the big things, big perks of living in this area is that we have no, state income tax and things like that, and folks are definitely moving here,
Yeah.
to take advantage of that.
Cherry Tree Lane in Elizabeth. Tell me about this one.
Yeah, we've got a lot of lots up there on Cherry Tree, and Apple Tree there in Elizabethan. I believe all those lots are unrestricted. Go put anything you want to. Build a house, single wide mobile home, double wide mobile home. Do it all.
That's on Cherry Tree.
Mm-hmm.
This one's on. These two are on Apple Tree.
Apple Tree, yeah. Apple
There's
Tree.
There's three on Apple Tree.
Yeah, Apple Tree are the same. They're unrestricted.
Do
Do what you will.
Yeah. Now you can set up an appointment. And one of the agents go show you this property.
Yeah, yeah.
But at the minimum, don't use that picture when I'm flashing up here on these flyers. Get on the internet and check it out. CollinsandCompany.info.
Yep.
Here's one in Butler, Tennessee. Tell me about this one.
Yeah, so that's a large tract that got subdivided. It's right near the Elk River there in Butler or Pogie. That one is a little over 22 acres and priced at $118,900. That's under like $5,500 an acre.
Wow.
So it's cheap.
Same one for this one too.
Same
There's two
one
of
for
them.
that one. Yep. That's the other parcel there. That's on the other side of the road. That one's I think 8 acres.
Yeah.
A little over 8.
For $47,900.
Yep. Get on there and check that out. Call the office, schedule a viewing for sure.
Here's the last one in Bluntville, Tennessee. They're everywhere. $17,900 for Overhill Drive. Tell me about this one.
Yep, Overhill Drive, $17,900. I believe that's like a 0.3 acre lot, so you got plenty of room to build there. Do whatever you want to with it as well.
There you go.
Yep.
All that and a whole lot more. Of course, Jacob's one of the agents. The other agents are.
We got Ashley Eastridge. She's great. Of course, David, or King David, as
I
like to call him.
Yes.
Then
he likes to be called that.
Oh yeah, he loves
Oh,
it.
yeah.
He eats it up all the time.
Oh yeah.
Then we got Libby Hoylman, and we actually just added Hobie Hyder to our office.
Oh,
So
did you
we're
really?
growing. Yeah, we're growing and expanding, and we've been really blessed this year.
Don't leave her out.
Yep. Oh, and Miss Tracy.
There you go. The office queen.
The office queen.
You got it. Tracy Little.
Yeah,
They do
she
a
won't
great
bring
job.
me any more sweet treats if I leave her out on
no.
these interviews.
And
will
she makes pumpkin rolls this time of year, doesn't she?
pumpkin rolls. Oh my gosh, she started talking about making fudge. I was like,
Oh, yes. Pumpkin
yeah,
rolls and fudge.
Good stuff. Good
So-
stuff.
Oh, absolutely. She does a great job. She's
Yes,
the
sir.
office manager, known as the office queen, office goddess. is
That's
what we call
right.
it. There you go. Well, thank you, man. It's been a good year for you.
Yes, sir. I've been really blessed and been fun and just another great year.
Yeah.
Doing what I love to do.
Do what you love to do.
Yep.
Jacob Foreskin, CollinsandCompany.info is where you go to find all these listings and more. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Get you some lunch.
Yes, sir. I ain't never been denied. I won't deny a meal. That's for sure.
No, especially when it's Chick-fil-A food.
Yes, sir.
It goes down better when it's free, brother. I tell you.
Manna
Amen.
from heaven. That's for
That's
sure.
it. Manna from heaven. That's good. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll take a look at the World Series. We got some numbers by a guy by the name of Evan Carter. Will blow your circuits. I'm telling you, this guy's getting it done at 21 years old. As I said earlier in the show, the only other 21-year-old that's started a World Series batting in the 3 spot was a guy by the name of Mickey Mantle.
Yep.
So you're in the same company, 21-year-old young
Amazing.
man from Elizabethton, being mentioned the same conversation as Mickey Mantle. Wow. Unbelievable. Back after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher. Our butchers offer special orders, custom cuts, and even entire meal recommendations. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
Huh. I bet he'd be great at wrapping presents.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
One of our great sponsors on Cyclone Football, again, the great folks at Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Joseph Taylor, tell us what it's all about.
Yes, sir. We specialize in short-term rehab or long-term care. We accept all major insurances. We accept Medicare, Medicaid. What we really love is people that come in that have had a knee replacement, hip replacement, come to Ivy Hall for some inpatient rehab. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We have a full-time respiratory therapist. And Tom, you can see I'm a big guy, so you know I like food. I know good food, and Ivy Hall specializes in home-cooked meals, three good meals a day. You can catch me every day right at the door getting my tray myself.
There you go. That's awesome. How do we find out more about Ivy Hall on social media?
Yes, sir. We have a Facebook page, Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, or a website, ivyhallnursing.com.
One of our great sponsors, folks. Glad to have them on board. Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Here we go. We got lots to cover here, so hang on. We'll do some, go run back down the high school football playoffs for everybody. Again, as we told you earlier, you have a team in the playoffs in Tennessee at 0-10. Have no clue why they would do that. Well, I do. They got to have the bracketing, but still. Anyway, let's go to the World Series. Game 3 tonight. Max Scherzer will go for the Rangers, and Fott will go with the Diamondbacks, tied at 1. Game 2 of the World Series on Saturday night. Arizona Diamondbacks second baseman Ketel Marte made postseason history. Longest postseason hit streak in Major League Baseball history. He's now hit safely in 18 straight postseason games. He had been in a four-way tie with Derek Jeter, Manny Ramirez, and Hank Bauer with a 17-game playoff hit streak. Now he stands alone. Marte can play, to say the least, Ketel Marte. So, again, Game 3 tonight. Max Scherzer making his third start since suffering a major strain in his throwing shoulder back in September. Showing signs of being a little bit rusty in his first two. He's a bulldog. He's a gamer. And I know Greg Salyer said last week if there was one game that you'd have any of these starting pitchers in the World Series from any of these teams, I would want Max Scherzer out there. He's a gamer. He'll be asked to be a gamer tonight for sure. So Fott, the starting pitcher for Brandon Fott, the rookie, who's 3-9, will be your starting pitcher for Arizona. 8 o'clock tonight on Fox at from Chase Field in Phoenix. And so Fott has pitched very well in postseason, a 2.7 ERA. And so Fott will be your man tonight for the Diamondbacks, and Max Scherzer will go for the Rangers tonight in Game 3 of the World Series. Now, Evan Carter, his numbers right now, just, again, I know I sound like a broken record so I'm going to start talking about this guy. Because I have the utmost respect for him, what he's done. But you think of a 21-year-old kid from Elizabethton, Tennessee, calm, cool. I mean, we're going to show you this tomorrow. He was sitting there after the game number 1, after he had two big doubles in that game to help him win that first game. He's sitting with David Ortiz, Derek Jeter, and Alex Rodriguez. Hello, that's pretty impressive, to say the least. So, and with good reason, he's batting .313 right now in the postseason. 15 out of 48, a homer, 6 RBIs, 8 doubles, 26 total bases, 9 walks, 3 stolen bases. His on-base percentage is .431. His slugging percentage is .542. Talking about Evan Carter. Okay, the statistical leader in doubles in the postseason. Ketel Marte of Arizona is second. Corey Seager of the Rangers is third. Trey Turner of Philadelphia was tied for 3, and then Kyle Schwarber of the Phillies was 5th in doubles in the postseason. Who's the number 1 guy? Evan Carter. Faint print Evan Carter, 8 doubles, leads every postseason player in Major League Baseball right now. In postseason, Evan Carter, 21-year-old rookie from here in Betsy, has 8 doubles to lead everybody in postseason of any of the teams that played so far. Incredible. 8 o'clock tonight, Fox. Game 3, Brandon Pfaadt will go for Arizona. And as we said, Mike Scherzer will counter for the Texas Rangers. Go Texas. Go Evan Carter. Thought this was really cool, too. One of our sponsors, Rick Walters, Friday night for the football game, bought every Elizabethton Cyclone kit, everybody in the press box, a black and orange Texas 1. I'm going to wear it tomorrow. We'll be at Port Travis Deli tomorrow at Jesus 1, Texas Rangers shirt, orange and black. Bought one for every football player, and they took a picture of it and sent it to Evan before the game. They're all in the cafeteria at Elizabethton for the pregame meal, and they all had the Jesus 1 shirt on, and they took a picture of it and sent it to Evan. What was really cool in the middle of the broadcast Friday night, what we were doing, we had 16 states and someone in Bermuda watching the game, but the Shells sent us a message on the tablet. The Shells and the Carters were in the stands at Texas watching the World Series and watching the Cyclones football game on their phone. Too cool. Thank you, Jason and Susan Carter, and thank you for Jason and Sandy Shell and JC. They were all out there. I don't know if Dr. Carter was out there or not. The owner of Lingerfield Drugs is, of course, Dr. Ed Carter's Evan's brother, so here in Elizabethton. But just a really, really cool scenario and very gratifying. They were watching the ball game in the stands of the World Series, watching Elizabethton Cyclone football on the Tom Taylor Sports Show YouTube or Facebook page, one of the two. So very cool. NASCAR's got it. The 4 drivers are in. Denny Hamlin, close, but no cigar. Failed to be one of the final 4. Ryan Blaney wins the race in Martinsville. William Byron was right there, so the top 4 drivers racing for the championship next week. Ryan Blaney, the number 12 Team Penske Ford. Christopher Bell, number 20, the Joe Gibbs Racing Team. And Hendricks got 2. The number 5 of Kyle Larson and the number 24 of William Byron. That's your 4 racing for the NASCAR championship coming up this week in Phoenix at 3 o'clock to settle it. So, wow. So there's your top 4 in the Cup Series. In the Xfinity Series, Sam Mayer, Justin Allgaier, John Hunter Nemechek, and Cole Custer. That'll be a good one right there. They'll run at 7 o'clock on Saturday for the Xfinity Championship. The Truck Championship will go on Friday night at 10 o'clock. Corey Heim, Carson Hosever, Ben Rhodes, and Grant Enfinger will be your 4 drivers of the Camping World Truck Series Championship on Friday night. Saturday, the Xfinity Series, Cole Custer, John Hunter Nemechek, Justin Allgaier, and Sam Mayer. We'll have Jeff Birchwood in this week talk about it, our resident NASCAR expert. And then the Cup Series, William Byron, Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, and Ryan Blaney will race for the NASCAR Cup Championship this weekend, this Sunday afternoon in Phoenix to decide it. Tom Taylor Sports Show, thanks for being with us wherever you may be. Quick break, we'll be right back. We'll run down, and before we get out of here, the high school football playoffs. Who's playing where from our local teams? We'll do that right after this timeout from one of our great sponsors, Making a Go, and that would be the guy. Why not? Let's get him in here. Here he is, our buddy. Yep, there he is, Dr. Eric Carter from Lingerfield Drug Center on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Carter, Lingerfield Drug Center, 'tis the season. Let's start pinworms.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
So that is something a lot of people are real embarrassed to come in and ask about. But, a lot of people don't realize, small kids, it's more common than you would think, between small kids and dogs. You touch something that may have the eggs and then touch your mouth, before you know it, you would have them and not really even realize that it's happened. But what a lot of people don't know about that, for pinworms, that's a liquid medicine we've got for it. Just one little dose cup and you're good. It's just a one-time treatment. But what most people don't realize is if you've got, a wife and 2 kids, if one person's got it, the whole house has got to get treated for it. So that's something, like I said, it embarrasses a lot of people to come in and ask about it, but it's a lot more common than you'd think, and it's real easy treatment and not very expensive either. I think
less than $12.
Yeah.
$11.59 for this product. Again, takes care of pinworms, and so there you go. There it is. So that's item number 1. Item number 2. How to stop bleeding. This is interesting.
Yes.
Bleeding control spray and bleeding control bandages from Curad. Tell us about these.
Yes. Anybody knows me knows I'm injury prone. So I keep those Band-Aids in my car and my computer bag, about everywhere. But what that is it's got, it's like a powder that's got a clotting factor in it. And if you either use that spray or it's on the pad of those Band-Aids, if you've got a cut won't stop bleeding, those things will stop it just about instantly. It's really surprising how well those work. But with everybody getting out gardening and doing outside projects, that's something a lot of people's been asking for lately.
$3.59 for that. The Curad bleeding control bandages. Get 30 bandages for $3.59 here at Lincolnville Drug Center in downtown Elizabeth. And here's the spray. It goes for $7.49, and neither one of these will bust your billfold. So, and need to have one of those. Just keep it in the glove box, wherever, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Be smart to have that.
And that spray is what I like myself, because I always end up cutting myself in a weird place that I can't get a Band-Aid to stick. So that spray does it good.
Talking to Dr. Eric Carter again with Lincolnville Drug Center. We're here at his place. We come here once a month. Love coming here. One more for the break. Homeopathic pain. Tell me about this.
Yeah, a lot of people, have joint aches and pains, and some people don't want to take things like Tylenol or pain medicine or anything like that. They'd prefer to do something more natural. And what we've got here is it's actually made from mountain daisies, an actual flower, but it's a natural product. It's like a roll-on stick, and people say that they've had real good success with it. You just roll it on, and it's supposed to help get rid of that pain for you.
$8.69, by the way, for that. There you go. Social media, how do we find you?
We're on Facebook as Lingerfelt Drug Center, and got a new website too. And the link for the website's on our Facebook. So
that's the key. And then the phone number is?
It's 423-542-2138.
One of our great sponsors, Making It Go for Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. I love coming out here and promoting this gentleman and his great company and a great store at Lingerfeld Drug Center. And back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us wherever you may be. Let's run them down for you. Who's our local teams in the upcoming opening round of the TSSAA playoffs? We'll do that. And we'll start with the obvious, the 4A, which will be the Cyclones Friday night against the Knox Carter Hornets. We'll play them for the third year in a row. We played them, by the way. 47-14, 49-7, the last 2 times we played them. They'll come in with a record of 6-4. We have a record of 8-1. We'll go on there the broadcast at 6:25. All the games start at 7 for travel purposes, so play them earlier than 7:30, obviously. So we're going there at 6:25 with audio and video. The Cyclone Network will be ready to roll Friday night for that one. Greenville hosting Knox Fulton. Northview Academy travels to Gibbs. Greenville 8-0, Fulton 2-8. Gibbs 8-2, Northview Academy 7-3. The Cougars go there to Gibbs. And Sullivan East at a 6-4 will go to Anderson County 6-4. Winners move on, losers are eliminated. The Cyclones again will play Friday night at home, then their next chance to play at home as they continue to win week by week in single elimination. The next chance they would be at home to play would be the semifinals on Thanksgiving weekend. So the next 2 will be on the road if they win Friday night. So, of course, Carter wants to come in there and knock us off, and that would be their goal, and I totally get that. They should have that goal. But you look again, I understand. There's me going on about this, but just to give you an idea, Fulton 2-8, East Ridge 4-6, Lexington 4-6, Jackson Northside 4-6, Kirby 3-7, and Craigmont 4-6. Sub 500 teams in the playoffs in the 4A. You have 2, 3, 4 undefeated teams in the playoffs in 4A football. Upperman 10-0, Pearl Con 10-0, Hardin County 10-0, and Greenville 8-0. That's your 4A. In single A, undefeated teams are South Pittsburgh, Moore County, and Dresden, all 10-0. Cloudland, the Highlanders, home on Friday night, hosting Greenback. Cloudland 6-4, Greenback 4-6. North Green at 4-6 will travel to Oliver Springs, who's 7-3. Jellicoe at 6-3 will be hosting Rockwood 5-5, and Unaka at 2-8, traveling to Coalfield at 9-1. That's your teams there. You have Middleton 1-8, playing 1-8. Let it go, Tom. Joe Burns 1-9 in single A football. In 2A, the Hampton Bulldogs are home. So Cloudland's going to be at home, Hampton's going to be home, Happy Valley's going to be at home, and Elizabeth's going to be at home. 4 of the 5 county teams will be at home Friday night. Hampton, the Bulldogs 8-2, hosting Polk County. P-O-L-K, Polk County 4-6. South Green 8-2, travels to Bledsoe County 8-2. Happy Valley, the Warriors at 7-3, hosting Oneida at 7-3. And Eagleton at 4-6 will travel to York Institute, who's 10-0. Undefeated teams in 2A football. York Institute 10-0, Marion County 10-0, and Loretto 10-0. Martin Luther King Prep, MLK Prep, 0-10 in the playoffs. 0-10. And they play Mitchell High School, who's 9-1. So not only are you winless, but you're playing a team that's 9-1. Your opening round of the playoffs. I just don't get it. You have an answer. I mean, I understand the bracketing and so on and so forth. You got to have the bracketing to fill out the field, but why would you reward somebody who's 0-10 to play a football game in the playoffs? I just don't get it. What would you do? I would just say they get a bye. You know, you can't give me anything better than 0-10. I just give them a bye and let them go on. What would be really bad for Mitchell to play this game, get somebody hurt, messed up with the rest of the season? What's the chance you take? Yeah, but not if you put a team out there as 0-10. Anyway, 3A football. 2 undefeated teams, Meigs County and Dyersburg at 10-0. Maplewood in 3A football is 1-9. And they're playing. The local teams, Gatlinburg Pittman 9-1, hosting Union County 3-7. Johnson County, the Longhorns travel. They're 6-4. They'll go to Kingston, who's 7-3. Unicoi County 7-3, hosting Austin East, who's 3-7. There again, a sub-500 team. What is your answer, Tom? I don't know what the answer is. I just have a hard time rewarding a team that's 1-9 and 0-10 into the playoffs. I just do. So I don't know what the answer is. They don't pay me the big bucks they get to make those decisions. So, but something's not right. Something's way out of kilter, and you're rewarding a team 0-10. Chucky Doak 6-4. I ain't gonna talk any more about it. I ain't gonna change anything. Chucky Doak 6-4. I just said ain't. Mrs. Collins, my English teacher, would roll over in her grave. Mr. Taylor, we do not say ain't in our classroom. How many times we hear that? A lot. Not just from me, but from others as well. Chucky Doak 6-4 will be traveling to Alcoa 8-1 in 3A football. So you have, again, 4 of the 5 county teams. Carter County teams will be at home Friday night. Then you get into 5A football. Sevier County 9-1, hosting Knox Central 5-5. Tennessee High at 7-3, traveling to Knox Powell, who's 7-3. Morristown West 5-5, hosting Knox Halls is 8-2. And Daniel Boone, who's 3-6, will travel to Knox West, who's 9-1. Hello, Shelby Miller. How you doing, sir? And Riley Thompson. How you doing? And Patsy Lyons and Jason Blevins and Jonathan Morton and Joe Muncie and Robbie Fritz and Teresa Tigg and Amy Whitson. Thank you, kids, for being with us. So did I give you Boone 3-6, Knox West 9-1. The only undefeated team in 5A football is Southwind, who's 10-0. Then you get into 6A football, the big boys. As far as enrollment, you have 4 undefeated teams. Bradley Central, Brentwood, Clarksville, and Germantown are all 10-0. Jefferson County at 9-1, hosting Cleveland 6-4. Dobbins Men at 5-4 will travel to Bearden, who's 7-3. Science Hill, who's 7-3, will host Maryville, who's 6-4. And Westridge, the Wolves, are 5-4, traveling to Bradley Central, who's 10-0. And that's your 6A football. Then our game will be 6:25 airtime, 7 o'clock kickoff. All the games start at 7 now with the playoffs. And the Cyclones will host the Hornets of Knox Carter. Airtime 6:25, kickoff at 7 with Coach Eddie Pless, and yours truly. Can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll tell you something. Eddie Pless has never done this before. He is outstanding. Ryan Presnell, who he replaced, was outstanding. He wanted to be a daddy, spend more time down in the stands with his family, and I get that. Outstanding. Richard Van Us, our superintendent, will be with you in the road games. Is outstanding. So, but Coach Eddie Pless is really, really, really good. He's never done this before. He is awesome. So he'll be with me in the press box on Friday night. Cyclone Network, video and audio and video. It's going to be really cool. And those 3 cameras will be humming Friday night. Did a phenomenal job. Lily and Sarah and Dana, these are students, again, doing those games for us. Last Friday night, they were excellent. I mean, just really, really, really good. And we appreciate them very much. Hey, have you got yourself qualified? Well, you should. We're giving away $100 at the Jewelers Bench. Here's how you can get qualified on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
It's time for another giveaway. Just in time for the holidays. The Tom Taylor Sports Show and the Jewelers Bench in Elizabethton giving you the chance to win a $100 gift certificate. That's right, a $100 gift certificate, and it's easy to qualify. All you do to enter is by liking and following both the Tom Taylor Sports Show and the Jewelers Bench Facebook page, and by making a comment on the Facebook post pinned at the top of the Tom Taylor Sports Show page. It's just that easy. Winner announced Wednesday, November the 22nd, just in time for the Black Friday sale. Qualify today. Win a $100 gift certificate just in time for the holidays from the Jewelers Bench in Elizabethton and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Readers are winners. Hi, this is Tom Taylor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. I'm a huge proponent on the importance of reading. I firmly believe it's the key to being successful, being the best reader you can be. And so in partnership with Elizabethton City Schools and the Betsy Book Bus, it's the Readers Are Winners Reading Challenge. At the end of this 9 weeks, the top 50 readers based on minutes read from each of the 3 elementary schools, East Side, Harold McCormick, West Side, will get and win Tom Taylor Sports Show Readers Are Winners t-shirts, plus be featured on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Reading is so important. In fact, Walt Disney said, it is books that are the key to the wide world. If you can't do anything else, read all that you can. Albert Einstein said, if you're going to get anywhere in life, you have to read a lot of books. And Margaret Fuller simply said, today a reader, tomorrow a leader. It's the Readers Are Winners Book Challenge on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Elizabethton City Schools, and the Betsy Book Bus. Here's some folks who also believe in the importance of reading.
Excited to announce, in fact, we just announced it today, that Northeast Community Credit Union is going to be the sponsor and is the sponsor of the T-shirts and everything. They're the title sponsor. The Readers Are Winners, and we appreciate that very much. Andrea Lewis and the folks, that is awesome. So the Readers Are Winners, brought to you by the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Northeast Community Credit Union. It's awesome. Big thanks to Andrea, who came by today to make that announcement. Andrea Lewis does the marketing, does a phenomenal job from, again, the folks at Northeast Community Credit Union. Big thanks to David Nanny, Elizabethton Parks and Rec. Sheriff Mike Fraley came by with the Shop with the Cop. Again, trunk or treating tomorrow night. It's free downtown. Trunk or treating with the Sheriff's Department downtown around the monument. Get all kinds of candy and goodies tomorrow night on Halloween. Leslie Broccoli was here from Sycamore Shoals. Appreciate her. Miss Miller was here from the Carter County Imagination Library. Jacob Forrest from David Collins and Company, collinsandcompany.info. Appreciate all those kids being with us. Tomorrow, we'll be live at Poor Trav's Deli tomorrow. We'll be there tomorrow. Can't wait hanging out with Richard. And that'll be a lot of fun. Poor Trav's Deli. We've got guests lined up ready to go tomorrow. And we'll review and replay and re-talk about the Monday Night Football game between The Raiders. My boys, the Detroit Lions, and Game 3 of the World Series tonight. Brandon Pfaadt for Arizona, and Max Scherzer will go for the Texas Rangers at 8 o'clock on Fox from Phoenix, Arizona, coming up tonight. So we're looking forward to talking about that tomorrow. College football, we'll continue to talk about that. The Vols, I wouldn't think there'd be much going on down there Saturday. I mean, should be an easy win, I would think, for the Tennessee Volunteers against UConn, the Huskies. Wouldn't think that'd be much. Now, again, if you're a Fisher person, coming up on Saturday, this coming Saturday, first place $1,000, second place $500, third place $250, $125 for the biggest largemouth and smallmouth bass. It is a Shop with the Cop at the Carter County Sheriff's Department fishing tournament coming up on Saturday at Boone Lake. There it is. A fish with a Santa's cap on it. I love that. So go to the website. Let's see, where do we go here? All proceeds go to benefit the Carter County Sheriff's Department with Shop with the Cop. And I guess you just go to the Carter County Sheriff's Department website and get signed up. You can scan this right here. I guess if you put it up here, if you want to fish, there it is. You scan that to fish. You want to take a picture of that with your cell phone. There you go. Scan to fish. This coming Saturday at Boone Lake. Goes from, what's it say? Entry fee is $60. Payouts are guaranteed. Oh, there it is. Fishing starts at 8 o'clock in the morning and the weigh-in's at 3 o'clock. So you got, 7 hours, all right? 8 to 12 and 12 to 3. Yep, 7 hours to fish on Boone Lake on Saturday to help Shop with the Cop. Cost you $60 to get in it. And you can win upwards of $1,000, $500 or $250, depending on how you finish in the tournament. Pretty cool. It's all to raise money for these kids to take them Christmas shopping. Shop with the Cop on December the 9th. All right, we're out of time. We sincerely, one more thing. What a fun, actually two more things. See, the beauty of this is after I get done, there's nothing coming in behind me, so we can stay on as long as we need to stay on and get this done. Birthdays today. The Fonz, hey, which is terrible. The Fonz, wasn't a very good imitation. Henry Winkler having a birthday. He is 78 today. Hit that jukebox. So, in the old Happy Days show, funny show. From the Eagles, Timothy B. Schmidt. He would be the one with the long hair. He is 76 today. Country singer T. Graham Brown having a birthday, 69. So those are your birthdays for this Monday, October the 30th. All right, another chance for you to help, folks. Here it is. Food City kicking off the Race Against Hunger campaign. We'll be at Food City in Boones Creek this Friday, so starting on Wednesday and goes through the 28th, 100% of the proceeds raised will benefit local hunger relief organizations. At the end of your transaction at any and all Food Cities from November the 1st, November the 28th, if you give $1, $3 or $5, it all goes in the pot to feed the hungry here in our region. Imagine if everybody's shopping from November the 1st to November the 28th at all Food Cities goes to the local hunger. Imagine that. Everybody gave $1 every time they went shopping at Food City. Imagine what it'd do for you, for the food pantries. Good night. We had to wait on him because he's been outside working. My man's in the house, our official meteorologist of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. I'm glad I didn't go off there, I missed him. He's in the house. Jesse, the Storm Tracker Sacker.
Afternoon, sir.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. You might want to do a little slack on that cord. There you go.
Yeah, you got it. Good.
How are things going?
Going good. It's been a busy day. You're the last guest on the show.
Sounds good.
You've been busy out there on the drive through?
Yeah, we have. We certainly have. We still have the honey pepper pimento sandwich, so folks are getting that. We probably won't have that much longer. Tortilla soup is back, so that's popular too.
It's back. The chicken tortilla soup?
Chicken tortilla soup is back.
All right. There you go.
Yes, sir.
The caramel crumble milkshake still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah. Getting ready to move it out and move in the
peppermint.
Chocolate
Here in a couple weeks, probably.
Peppermint chocolate chip shake?
Yep.
Yep.
It's a good one.
Big hit. Yeah.
Christmas is a-coming.
Yeah. 58 days till Christmas Eve, as a matter of fact. Okay, he's our official meteorologist of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. When we're here, we get an official weather forecast. So what we got going on today, I just looked at the radar, a big swath of rain coming in here.
Yeah, and boy, do we need it. I don't know if you noticed with the foliage this year, it's kind of upsetting. We were dealing with some moderate color about a week ago, and then it briefly got a little bit better.
It's gone.
And then now they're just falling off everywhere. It's probably because we've been so dry, which is really not the way it's supposed to be. We have an El Nino right now. And generally with El Nino, you have a more active storm track, and you're getting more rainfall generally. But right now, it's like the atmosphere is just not responding to the El Nino properly. So we're not getting the rainfall we need, and so the leaves are just falling off the trees. It's just dry. They change real quick, and then they just fall off. So it's unfortunate. But we do have some rain coming in this afternoon, this evening. I wouldn't say it's a lot, maybe quarter of an inch for most. And so some light to maybe perhaps moderate rain at times. Temperatures are going to start to fall too. So we started out today about 70, and we're probably going to be in the 50s here within the next couple hours.
Yep.
And 40s once we get into this evening. So tonight we're going to be in the 40s, and tomorrow we may struggle to get to near 50 degrees. So things will be a little chilly for trick-or-treaters, but the rain should clear out. So that's good news, but you're going to have to bundle up if you're going trick-or-treating on Tuesday evening.
All right. So you look at today, it's 71. Tonight, by the time we go to bed, it's going to be, well, it's the time we go to bed. We don't always go to bed at the same time, but right around 9 or 10 o'clock tonight, well, 11 o'clock will be 47 degrees. We've lost almost 30 degrees.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
So,
but it is that time of year.
It is.
We talked about that colder punch last week.
We did.
Coming in, and here it is. We got a freeze watch in effect already for Wednesday morning, and so that's going to be the first widespread freeze of the season. Wednesday morning, and again probably Thursday morning, deal with the freeze as well.
Yep, it's going to warm up at the weekend.
Yep,
quote
it
unquote.
is. Yep, more seasonable temperatures in the 60s, so that's good. Chilly mornings, semi-warm afternoons.
Friday night for football. Looks like it's going to be in the 60s or thereabouts. Daytime, nighttime, it's going to drop down.
I'd say upper 40s, low 50s, bundle up.
Yep. For the football game Friday night, going to be a little cooler.
Yep.
It's a whole lot better than sitting out there in that steam bath, I can tell you that.
Yeah, right at the beginning of the season, it's still hot and muggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The press box is like a sauna.
We've kicked that weather pattern. That's gone. So
gone.
Yep.
What's going on in the tropics? Anything in the tropics?
I've been noticing some noise in the extended down in the Caribbean. About 10 days out, the GFS and some other models have been hinting at some stuff. I wouldn't rule out a late season threat. I noticed a few of the runs had something in Florida, but that's just more noise than anything at this point. I'd keep an eye on it. Right now, there's no immediate threat to the U.S., but there's a little bit of noise out there in the Caribbean in the extended, so we'll keep an eye on it.
There you go.
Yep. We had a Hurricane Otis the other day. I don't know if you saw that, but down in Acapulco, Mexico, there was a cyclone. It was only supposed to be a weak tropical storm, and it made a little bit of a left turn and strengthened rapidly, record rates, and went up to a Cat 5 hurricane. All the forecast models missed it. All the meteorologists missed it to last minute, and so they had a major situation unfold down there. I don't know if you saw that in the news or not.
Yep, Otis.
Yeah, Otis.
Otis. So I
That's
pay
unfortunate.
attention. Ever since he started coming on the show, I thought, I need to kind of pay attention because he's coming. So be on the show. So the woolly worm thing, there's nothing to that, right? It's all just.
Yeah, as we talked about last week, there's a scientist in the mid-20th century. He started taking some data samples to release to the publication with his winter forecast back in the 1940s or 50s, something like that. And his data sample is rather small, and so that didn't last too long. It's more folklore than anything. They have actually a festival in Banner Elk, and it's fun. It's fun to talk about it, but there's really no weight in it. So
only the good Lord knows himself, and we know that. But if you could sit here and kind of forecast the winter for Northeast Tennessee, what do you think?
So I've been doing a lot of studying. It's a very unique global setup this year because, like I said, we have an El Nino, but the atmosphere is not responding to it correctly. Generally with El Nino, we have an active southern storm track set up, and generally those winters tend to start a little warmer than normal in December, and then January and February are better chances for cold, stormy weather, snowfall. So I would think that would generally be the case this year. Not to say that it can't snow or be cold in November, December, but the better chances I think would be later in the winter. And you tend to get some bigger storms with El Ninos because you have those storms right up from the south and pick up that Gulf moisture. And so there could be some heavier snowfalls in the Tri-Cities later in the season, I would think. But we may get some warmer weather at times too, particularly in December. Sometimes you get some warm weather in December with El Ninos to start out. So, but the atmosphere has to respond to the El Nino. Right now, it's still not understanding that there's an El Nino in effect. And once it does, we should begin to see more rainfall, and eventually should see more snowfall than last winter. And it's not hard to beat. We had 0.6 of an inch last year in the Tri-Cities, so
Yep.
not hard to beat that at all.
There you go.
So,
thank you, sir, for coming by, as always.
my pleasure.
How do we find you?
I am Storm Tracker Sacker on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. That's SACHER in the spelling. And let's see if we can get the logo here. Get the logo on the camera so people recognize that. There we go. Get that up close there.
Let me have it. I'll put it up there. I'll be your banner. So is this it right here? Yeah.
Yep.
That's his key to his heart right there. He'd like to give that to a lady, as a matter of fact. So how'd I do that? Recruiting for you? Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
Storm Tracker Sacker. There it is. SACHER, official meteorologist of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Thanks for having me on, sir, as always.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon to you, and we'll see you later.
See you later. Good job. He's got to get back on the clock. Well, he's on the clock. They let him come over and give the weather forecast. All right, so again, Race Against Hunger, $1, $3, $5 at all food cities. Imagine what a difference that would make to do that from November the 1st to November the 28th at all food cities, the Race Against Hunger. We would ask you to please consider doing that. At the end, when you get done, all the cash register folks will ask you as you get ready to pay, so would you like to contribute to the Race Against Hunger? It all stays local 100%, so please consider doing it. Last year we raised over $515,000, almost $516, says Steve Smith, the president and CEO of the company. So that's awesome. So very, very good. And president and CEO, yes, Steve Smith, great guy. Cares a lot about this community. Always giving back. Case in point, Friends and Pets in Need Holiday Food Drive. Starting Wednesday, going through New Year's Eve, specially marked bags containing non-perishable food items, as well as bags containing pet food products, will be sold for $15 plus tax at all Food City locations. They all go to the food for the humans, of course, will go to the food banks, and for the animal shelters will be where the pet holiday food drive goes. So it's really cool, and hoping to set a new record for this year to help the neighbors and furry friends in our region. So very cool. Now, before I leave, let's go through the Elizabethton Classic band competition, which was awesome Saturday. Great crowd. Well, big place was packed there for the night session. The bigger bands, the larger enrollment, they had a good crowd in the afternoon. But when the bigger bands got there with the bigger fan base, the stands were full. It was awesome. Class 1, the smaller schools, the champion was North Green High School. Class 2, hello, Betty Lacey. How you doing, lady? Class 2, the champion was Marion High School. Class 3, the champion, Class 3 was Unicoi County High School. Class 4 champion was Cherokee High School. Class 5 was Volunteer High School out of Churchill. Class 6, the class winner was Tennessee High. You had percussion, color guard, drum major, and then class placement. So we won't go through all those, just let you know who won each class. And then you had the Silver Division champion, classes 1 through 4, went to Unicoi County. The Gold Division champion, classes 5, 6, and 7, the larger schools, went to Tennessee High. The Carter County Cup, the highest scoring band from Carter County, you had Hampton, Happy Valley, and Cloudland here, and it was won by Happy Valley. They were the champion, the Carter County Cup. Then the grand champion, the Mayor's Cup, highest scoring band of the day went to Tennessee High out of Bristol, so the Mighty Viking Band. Great event. We went from 14 bands a year ago to 20 bands this year. Awesome. They're hoping to expand it even more next year. It was a cool event. I was so honored to be a part of it. The Elizabethton Classic put on by the Betsy Band Boosters and, of course, Mr. Valentine, the band director. So, anyway, let's run down one more time who we can say thank you to who's on the show today. David Nanny from Elizabethton Parks and Rec. Trunk or treating tomorrow night. Tree lighting coming up here in a couple of weeks. Get ready for the holiday season. Andrea Lewis was here, the marketing guru of Northeast Community Credit Union, announcing that they are the title sponsor of the Readers Are Winners with the Tom Taylor Sports Show, which is really, really cool. Plus, they're the title sponsor of the Tour of Schools, which will start next Monday. Hello, Carol DeBose. Thank you, lady. Appreciate you very much. Thanks to Sheriff Mike Fraley stopping by, asking you to please buy these ornaments. Don't do it for me. Don't do it for him. Do it for the kids. Shop at the Cop. You get these exclusively at the Eagle Center in downtown Elizabeth, and there they are. They took a picture of me, put on a little block of wood with Merry Christmas on the back. You get those in green or red and a ribbon on it. And the best part I like about it, you're raising, they're $10, and all $10 goes to Shop with the Cop for the kids in Carter County. I don't get a penny, wouldn't take a penny. Tammy Troutman, this is her idea, along with, actually, Lisa Baker thought of it too, and Carrie Taylor helped put it together. It was a team. Look right there, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he'll direct your paths. So that's why it's on there. I wanted that to be there to honor the Lord. Leslie Broccoli was here today. Sheriff was here about that. Leslie Broccoli was here today from Sycamore Shoals State Park, which was awesome. Miss Miller was here from Carter County Imagination Library. Sweet, sweet lady. Talking about raising money for the Carter County Imagination Library. And then Jacob Force is here from David Collins and Company. CollinsandCompany.info from the real estate company. Tomorrow we'll be at Port Travis Deli. Wednesday we'll be at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Thursday, Big John's Closehouse. We'll be there just in time for the cooler weather. Start telling you how you can get winterizing your home or your mobile home or whatever you got. We'll be telling you about that. We'll be at their place on Thursday. Also got those steel tools on sale, leaf blowers and so on and so forth. And bought me one earlier in the summer. Love it. I'm telling you, there ain't nothing like it. The battery operated, and it goes for a long time. You think, well, the battery won't last long, which is what I thought, which was wrong on my part. That was a stereotype because that battery goes a long time. You can blow a lot of leaves. They got those, and chainsaws, and the pole pruners on sale. We'll be there on Thursday. Then Friday we'll kick off the weekend. The first full weekend of November will be at Food City in Boones Creek. Looking forward to being there on Friday. All right, out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. One more time, the verse today is the book of Psalms. And we always give credit where credit's due. And we'll do that right here. It's a longer show than normal. That's okay. So we appreciate you kids being with us. Psalms 86:7. In the day of my trouble, I will call to you, for you will answer me. Talking to the good Lord. In the day of my trouble, I will call to you, for you will answer me. Psalms 86:7. Wrapping it up. Thanks for being with us. Show number 1956 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show from Chick-fil-A here in Elizabethton. For Tommy and Mary Tipton, appreciate them very much, and for all our great sponsors making us go. This is Tom Taylor saying, as always, bloom where you're planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 1956 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show from Chick-fil-A here in Elizabethton. Back with you tomorrow from Port Travis Deli. Come out and have a big old sandwich with us tomorrow at Port Travis right up the road here in Elizabeth. Until then, as always, we'll say